No.
Okay, you're on now.
All right, let me
I had the sound down.
see if there are some people. All right, good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving as your presiding judge on today. Good to see everyone on this Monday. We are ready to get started. I see people that are on for our specialty court. I do have to call my formal hearings first to see who's here. Let's start by having, if you are an attorney and you're checking in for an 8:30 a.m. formal hearing, please text the, I'm sorry, not text. Please do inbox the clerk or call the courtroom. I'm on the bench, I'll call you right back. Please contact my clerk or call the courtroom to check in. Also, any officers that are here on the 8:30, please make sure you check in with my clerk. All right, and then Ms. Wilson, good morning to you. I am going to ask that for the 8:30 formal hearings, that the attorneys be placed in breakout room 1, that the officers be placed in breakout room number 2, and defendants or respondents be placed in breakout room number 3. All right. And so, since there are no check-ins for the form.
Hey, good morning, Attorney Bassett. How are you? My name is Pete Kelly. I am currently a student here at Judge McConaughey, and he referred me to you. Are you en route to the court now? Is it a good time to call, or would there be a better time to call? Okay. Well, now, I've been trying to search to have someone that is in the process.
I'm not sure what happened. Something happened with the breakout room, so give us a moment.
No problem. Thank you, Ms. Wilson.
The courtroom in the breakout room. All right, now I'm back into the main session. All right, are you all able to hear me?
Yes, Judge.
All right, let me have the attorneys please place your appearance on the record.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court, Specialty Court, Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, and good morning again, Judge.
Good morning, and your motion is granted, Mr. Reed. Thank you.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I would make a similar motion.
All right, good morning, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Miss Wilson, are you okay over there?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right.
I don't know what happened with the breakout rooms. Maybe we were trying to do them all at the same time.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't doing them. I just closed them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I just closed them down because I got put in a breakout room, or the courtroom got put in a breakout room. So they
right,
could not hear me anymore. All right, we're good.
right.
Let's do it. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, you're fine.
We're good? Okay. All right, very good. All right, and then there's an attorney in the waiting room. And so for those attorneys that are here, please make sure you check in with the clerk. You're going to be placed in a breakout room number 1 for all attorneys. Good morning, Ms. Walker. I'm going to make you co-host so that you are able to move about. I'd love to get those formal hearings done since we did get started at 8:30 on this morning. So please make sure you check in with my clerk, and you will please accept the invitation to a breakout room. All right, let's get started. I am going to go to.
I was in the breakout room and had to come back in to make sure I checked in
Yes.
first. Can
Okay.
the clerk back in the breakout room, please?
Yes, they'll put you back in. Thank you so much, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let's do it. I am ready on my now 8:35 a.m. matters, and I am going to start with Mr. Clark, Mr. Washington Clark Jr. I'm gonna have you unmute for me. Is his case manager on? Oh, I see you, Ms. Harris. Place your appearance on the record for me.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angel Harris, case manager for specialty court. I am not the case manager for Mr. Clark. Miss
Yes.
Cleveland
Ms.
is,
Cleveland.
and she is not currently here, I believe. I believe her cases were going to be handled by somebody else, maybe Mr. Griffin. So I'm going to check on that real quick for you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. I do see Ms. Harris. I do see that the interpreter is here, as well as Mr. Koyes Ahmed. And so are you ready to proceed on that particular matter?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Then we'll start there. Then I'll circle back, find out what's going on with Mr. Washington Clark, and then I'll come back to him, okay? All right, I have for Koyes Ahmed, case number 220-098-OD. Mr. Zaman, please raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties in today's proceedings, and that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions? So help you God.
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please state your name as well as your qualifications.
Judge, good morning. Sayed Zaman, the court appointee interpreter.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Zaman. Please have Mr. Ahmed state his full name for the record.
Kusir bhai, apna namta hoga record lagi janab.
Koyes Ahmed.
Koyes Ahmed.
Good morning, Mr. Ahmed. How are you this morning?
Shubho sokal janab Ahmed, aজকে সকালে আপনি কেমন আছেন? I couldn't hear you. কিতা হইলা?
Bala আছে মে ভাই।
I'm well.
All right, very good. Mr. Ahmed, how have you been doing? We know there have been a number of holidays, well, a holiday and more to come. How have you been doing with your programming during the holiday?
Bhai, ও যে হলিডে গেল কয়েকটা, এর বাদে আরো হলিডে কামিং আপ। মহামান্য আদালতে জিজ্ঞাসা যাচ্ছে যে আপনার এই যে ইয়ার সময়, ভ্যাকেশনের সময় বা হলিডে সময় আপনার দিনকাল কিলা যার, মানে আপনার অবস্থা।
যে ভাই আমার বেলা টাইম মতো টেস্টিং করছি, সবটা ঠিক আছে। আর বড়পুরের বার্থডে আসছিল, ওটা লইয়া একটু বিজি আসলাম আর কি। ওটাও
I'm doing well, like everything went well. I go for test, everything working out very good. My eldest daughter have a birthday. I was a little busy. So other than everything is good.
All right, very good. Mr. Ahmed, what are some things that you are working on from a personal perspective that maybe you've made some progress? Talk about one of your goals that you're working on.
ভাই বুঝিয়ে উত্তর দিন যেন সংক্ষেপে আপনার যাদের জিজ্ঞাসা আপনার ব্যক্তিগত গোল কিটা মনে আপনার আছে না যে আমি ওলা করতাম ওলা করিয়া ওলা করলাম আপনার ব্যক্তিগত একটা মানে আপনার প্ল্যান গোল সম্বন্ধে কইতা সংক্ষেপে
যে এখন তো ভাই আমি রেগুলারও কাম করলাম ওটাও আর আমার ওই লগিয়া ভাই আস্তে আস্তে চিন্তা ভাবনা করাম আগে আমি সামনে দিয়ে গড় কিনতাম ওটাও আমার এখন প্ল্যান আছে
I am working regularly. I have a plan to buy a house in near future.
All right, weren't you working regularly before you came to us?
আপনি অনো আওয়ার আগে প্রোগ্রাম আগে রেগুলারলি কাম করতে পারতা নাইনি
জি না যে রেগুলার করতাম আমি এখনো স্টিল করলাম আগে
Yes, I do work regularly before, and still I'm working regularly before, like before.
Okay, so I want to know a goal that he set for himself, Mr. Zaman, and that he's working on, and what progress has he made, if any?
ভাই যা যে কইরা যে আপনার একটা আপনার কিতা গোল কিতা আছে যে আমি ওলা করতাম মানে আমি গুতনে মুক্ত থাকতাম আমি কন্টিনিউ করি আমি ওলা করতাম ব্যক্তিগত একটা গোল আছে নানি পরিকল্পনা ভাই আপনার একটা সম্বন্ধে আপনি কইতা
আমার গোল বলতে তো ভাই আমি টাইম টু টাইম কাম করলাম প্লাস ফ্যামিলিরে টাইম দিলাম আর আমি যে জিনিসটাকে বারোই মানে যে জিনিসটা করছি এই জিনিসটা কোনোদিনও করছি এই জিনিসটাকে যে জিনিসটাকে বারোই আইছি আর চাইলাম না ব্যাক আমি এই জিনিসও হইতাম আমাকে বুঝছেন সো এর লাগে এই জিনিসও ব্যাক না হওয়ার লাগে আমার ফ্যামিলিরেও টাইম দিলাম সবথেকে বেশি
I'm spending more time with my family. I don't want to go back where I started, my previous life, I want to stay recover and spending time. That's what I'm doing, like spending more time with my family, working, focusing. I don't want to go back where I come from, I'm committed to do not to, go back there, where I was before coming to the program.
All right, Ms. Harris, do you have anything else to report out on Mr. Ahmed? Want to make sure that our clients are setting goals, because I think he's in one of our advanced phases, if I'm not mistaken. And so we want to make sure they're setting goals and working on them. Mr. Zaman?
জাজে কইরা আপনার কেস ম্যানেজার মিস্টার ইসরে যে আপনার লগে মাতিতা যে আপনি একটা বালা পুরানা আমরা প্রোগ্রামর আপনি যাতে সপ্তাহে একটা গোল সেট আপ করি আপনার রাইফর মনে একটা যাতে উন্নতি করতে পারেন ওটা একটা হেল্প করতা আপনার কেস ম্যানেজারে আপনার সেট আপ করতে আপনার ফিউচার আপনার যে একটা গোল ওটা সম্বন্ধে ওকে
Your Honor, yes, Mr. Ahmed is in phase 3. Mr. Ahmed's goals that he developed, that he came up with for phase 3 are to continue to move forward and stay in recovery and not go backwards, which I think is what he was trying to speak to or just a few moments ago. Additionally, the goals he's working on is being able to buy a car and to be able to buy a home. And I know that for him, that what that means is he is working, continuing to go to work and, seeking the best opportunities to try and get the money together for those things that he needs. Mr. Ahmed has been struggling this last few months because he's been having issues with his car. And that has made it more of a struggle for him to have to work around to get the things done he needs to get done, getting to work, getting to testing, all of that. But he's managed to do it. But I know for him that the goals he has in place right now are what he's working towards, which is a home for his family that is theirs, reliable transportation, and continuing to work on his recovery and not go backwards.
By case manager, Ms. Alicia Hoira Judge, হে তার একটা গাড়ি লোয়ার আছে তার গাড়ির সমস্যা লাস্ট কতদিন ধরিয়া আছিল এর বাদে একটা বাড়ি লোয়ার পরিকল্পনা আছে এর লাগি তার রেগুলারলি কাম করতে হইব ফুল টাইম ঠিক মতো যে একটা হে করে এবং ও প্রবলেম সত্ত্বেও গাড়ির হে তার টেস্ট সকলটা ম্যানেজ করতে পারছে রেগুলারলি এবং হে একটু আগেও কইছে যে হে যে আর ফিরিয়া যাইতে চায় না যে এই যে অবস্থাত আসিল আগে এর লাগিও হে আপনার কমিটেড হে রাইটিং করিয়া যার কাম কাজ করে সকলটা মেনটেন করিয়া যার
Yeah.
All right, thank you. I'm going to, first, let me ask Mr. Ahmed, do you have any questions or concerns that you need to raise with the court on today?
জাজে জিগাইরা যে আপনার যে ওকে আর আপনার বর্তমানে কোনো দুশ্চিন্তার কারণ আছে না আদালতের জানাইতা কিছু
জি না।
নো
All right, I'm going to give you, he's in phase 3, so I am going to give you a face-to-face date with Ms. Harris. That is going to be on December 18th, 2023. And then I am going to see you on, it would be January 8th, 2024. And that will be at 8:45 a.m.
ভাই জাজে হইলো
Okay.
আপনার ফেস 3 তো আপনি আসন পদোন্নতি আপনার হইলো আর আপনার মিস হ্যারিসের লগে ফেস টু ফেস ডিসেম্বর 18 তারিখ 2023 আর জাজর লগে দেখা হইব জাজর সামনের জেলা এখন আজকে আইছি জানুয়ারির 8 তারিখ 2024 সকাল 8:45 সময়
কি হয় মিস হ্যারিসের লগে 18 তারিখ কয়টার সময়?
with Miss Harris in December 18 what time?
At 1:30.
দেড়টার সময় ভাই
ওকে।
Can we actually do that in the morning, Your Honor? Because we usually have the interpreter come on and I do the two of them in the morning.
Yes, so I'll put him on for 8:30, 8:35 on December 18th.
জাজে হইরা মিস হ্যারিসের রিকোয়েস্টে যে ঠিক আছে 8:35 করবা ডিসেম্বর 18 তারিখ ওকে
সমস্যা নাই ভাই।
ওকে নো প্রবলেম
All right, thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Be safe, enjoy. I won't see you till the new year, but you have what it takes to do what you need to do to be successful, so I'm counting on you to do that.
জনাব আহমদ আমি তোমার উপরে আশা করতে পারি নির্ভর করমু তুমি রাইটিং করবা হলিডে সিজন আর তোমার লগে আর এই বছর দেখা হইতো নেক্সট ইয়ার till then মনে হল তুমি বালা থাকিও হেফাজত থাকিও সেফ থাকিও আর বালা কাম করিয়া যাও কন্টিনিউ
জি থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। আর আমারও ছোট ফুড়ির ডিসেম্বর 12 তারিখ বার্থডে। আমিও
December 12 my youngest daughter birthday. Yes, thank you.
Wonderful, happy birthday to her. Yeah,
happy birthday.
And the big one is November 24 and younger one is like December 12.
So his eldest one is November 24 birthday and the youngest daughter of December 12.
Awesome, wonderful. Well, enjoy your family, Mr. Ahmed.
Okay. Enjoy your family, really.
Have a good day. Take care.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. All right. I am going to do one other case and then I'll be ready for for the formal hearings. I need to go to Mr. Clark. Is that you, Mr. Griffin?
No, I think that's Ms. Cleveland.
Is she?
She's not here. I'll go up and look at her. She left. She was supposed to be here, so.
Is she okay?
I know that. Yeah, I know that's what she did. She must have called it too. She ain't saying anybody that she. I'll take a look at the cases. I was told that we were starting at 10, so should I tell my people don't you know now? Because I got everybody scheduled for 10.
I had a doctor's appointment at 9.
Okay.
I don't miss it. I'm make it.
Okay. Yeah, but I know we're supposed to start at 10 today. That's why I was like, we started already. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm so tired. I'm running so much.
So tell them to go and get on it.
For their time, yes. Tell them to get on at their time.
You want me to just still make the 10?
No, they can get on.
They can get on early. Okay.
Mr. Griffin, I totally forgot.
I know, yes.
Now I gotta call the people. Okay,
Judge,
all right, yes.
I supposed to be another German, Kasir Ahmad. Is he here?
Mr. Zeman, I have reached out to his daughter and she is trying to get him on.
Okay.
I'm
thank you.
working on it.
Thank you, thank you. I'm good. I'm just checking.
All right.
Judge, there's 2 city cases that I have no officers for, if the court would like to call those, and then there's one I have no defendant for.
All right, and I will, give me just 2 seconds. On Mr. Clark, Washington Clark, Mr. Talley, Ms. Cleveland is not with us. Mr. Griffin is just gonna run up. Before Mr. Clark, are there any changes that you all are proposing? It's not like Ms. Cleveland to not be here, so we'll find out what's going on with her. But I don't want you all sitting and waiting because I know he has sessions that he needs to attend. So Mr. Talley, is there anything that you're recommending to change for Mr. Clark?
No, Ms. Cleveland and I and Mr. Clark, we were involved in a conversation related to the plans for his transition discharge to recovery housing on the 8th. That is still in place. Mr. Clark here that he has acknowledged that he will discharge to recovery housing for purposes of beginning to identify more stable placement for himself and also returning back to his former employment.
All right, very good. And so that's going to take place on the 8th of December, you said?
That is true.
All right, very good. Mr. Talley, you raised an issue the last time we were here about his resources. Have those resources been reallocated to take care of Mr. Clark?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome. That's what I want to hear. Okay, so there are no issues, no concerns to report. Is that correct?
That is to my knowledge here that there are no changes. Mr. Clark, are there any changes, if I may ask?
No, ma'am. No, sir.
All right. All right. Good morning to you, Mr. Clark. How are you this morning?
Morning, sir. How are you?
I am doing very well. You look good this morning, Mr.
Thank you.
Clark. Do you feel good?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. I'm glad to hear that. All right. They're treating you well at Elmhurst?
Yes. Excellent.
Very good. Are you treating yourself well at Elmhurst?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
All right, very good. Mr. Clark, I'm glad that you went to the table with Ms. Cleveland and Mr. Talley. It sounds like you all have come up with a good plan for your recovery housing. Are you ready to do that?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
All right, then I want you to do it and do it wholeheartedly. Mr. Morgan, can I reschedule Mr. Clark to come back? Ms. Cleveland didn't send anything, and usually I'm certain if there was something going on, she would have said something to me. Can I have him come back next week? Will that work?
Good morning, Your Honor. It's Maji Morgan on behalf of Specialty Court. Your Honor, that'll be great for him to come back on that date. After looking at Ms. Cleveland's staffing notes, she just recommended he can continue with recovery support. She's spoken to Mr. Talley about Mr. Clark's case. So he's doing pretty well. So according to her staffing notes, he's doing well, and she just want to continue him into our continuing him in our program. But she did also recommend a promotion to phase 2 today because he's doing so well.
All right, Mr. Washington Clark, are you ready to go to phase 2?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
You are doing that well. Any objection from any of the team members?
No objections, Judge. Thank you. Congratulations,
Awesome.
Mr. Clark.
Thank you.
All right,
Okay.
Mr. Morgan, did he do his phase up form?
Actually, it's probably in my bin, so I would say I'll double check,
Okay.
but if not,
All right.
still like to phase him up because he usually does a good job of getting me those forms.
All right, awesome. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Washington Clark Jr. on his promotion to phase 2. Congratulations,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Clark. Congratulations. You are doing it, sir. You are doing it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very proud of you. Listen, what I'm going to do, Mr. Talley, I'm going to schedule him for a face-to-face with Ms. Cleveland. I'll do that for December the 11th, 2023. That will be at 1:30 p.m. And then I'll wait to give him his next court date, okay?
All right then, Judge.
All right, very good. Thank you all for your patience this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Ms. Walker, I am ready to call those matters. Ms. Drew, are we ready? Let's do it. Ms. Walker, who do we have up first?
Judge, I do not have the docket sheet with me. I know Attorney Bolton is here for Averbrook.
All right, let's go with Averbrook. But I have case number ST 4391 for the people.
Shannon Walker on behalf of the people. Judge, the officer has failed to appear. I have no explanation for his absence and cannot proceed.
All right, on behalf of Mr. Averbrook.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ian Bolton, P68872. On behalf of the defendant, Your Honor, given that the officer failed to appear, we ask that the ticket be dismissed.
Thank you. I'm granting that motion. Mr. Averbrook, place your appearance on the record for me.
Aaron Averbrook.
Thank you. I'm dismissing that matter without prejudice. Thank you all for your patience this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All
We
right.
have an informal hearing scheduled for next week because I'm not sure why the court scheduled it twice.
Okay, I don't do the informal hearings, so if it's on a different case, then
It's the
you
same
want to make
case.
sure you show up. It's the
Okay.
same
All
case,
right.
then once it's dismissed, it shouldn't go to informal hearing. Mr. That
Okay.
would take it out of the system altogether, right? Yes, it will. It will take it out of the system, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
All right, you're very welcome. Take
Have a
care.
happy holiday, Your Honor.
You do the same, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Judge Attorney Warbling is here for, what was your client's name again, Attorney Warbling?
Ms. Walker, is
Al-Ghadi.
Tariq Al-Ghardi.
All right, I have the following: SP 1505100, counts 1, 2, and 3. For the people,
Shannon Walker on behalf of the people, the officer has failed to appear. I have no explanation for his absence and cannot proceed.
Ben Werbling,
Mr. Werbling?
P64889 on behalf of the respondent, Your Honor. For those reasons, we would move to dismiss.
all right, thank you. I'm granting your motion for dismissal. The matters are dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All
You and your
right.
staff and everyone have a great holiday.
You do the same, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Take
All
care.
right,
Judge, the last sitting matter is Ahmed. I do have Officer Campuzano here, and we have no respondent. We'd ask for a default.
all right, this is for last name Ahmed.
Yes, Judge.
Oh, there we go. Case number SP 150-61141. Ms. Reed, Mr. Vikings, do you know where Mr. Ahmed is?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor. We believe he's
all right.
retained, but we don't know.
All right, where's the officer?
Shannon Walker
Right here.
on behalf of the people. Officer, can you put your video on and place your name and badge number on the record? And Judge, this is his first case ever as a Detroit police officer. So I just want to acknowledge that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Officer,
yes.
thank you. My name is Oscar Capozano, badge number 24-7.
All right, thank you, officer. I am going to grant the people's motion for a default judgment. Thank you so much. Well, welcome to DPD and welcome to our court. So look forward to working with you. All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Walker.
Thank you, Judge. Officer,
The other, yes, you are free to leave, officer.
Oh, okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Be safe. Right. There's one other formal hearing. Is that a state matter?
It is, Judge. There's no officer. That attorney's in the breakout room. Would you like me to bring her out?
Absolutely.
Okay, will do.
All right, I have case number SX 428-86431, and that is for last name Abad. Did the attorney join us? Or the officer or the attorney join us?
The attorney's here for the state
case.
matter.
All right, place your appearance on the record for me.
Good morning, Your Honor. Julie Walzak, P85591, on behalf of the defendant in this matter.
Thank you and good morning. I'm satisfied I've given the people ample time to appear with their witness. It's my understanding no officer has checked in. Is that correct, Ms. Drew?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, I will entertain your motion at this time.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. At this time, we would motion for this case to be dismissed.
Thank you. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Thank you for your patience this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
All right. You too. Take care. All right. I am going to go back now to my specialty court docket. I have up next that was scheduled for 8:35, Jennifer Bate, case number 2023-283-652FH. Ms. Bate, if you could unmute for me. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
I'm great. How about you?
I am doing very well. Thank you. How are you doing so far with these holidays?
Well, because of my therapies I'm in, I've learned a lot of effective coping strategies. So I'm doing well, and 329 days sober today.
All right, wonderful, awesome. How does it feel, Miss Bay?
I feel great. I feel healthy. Family's happy. Productive. I got everything ready for Christmas already. I'm a better person when I'm not using alcohol. Definitely.
Very good. I'm glad that you see the difference in yourself.
I do.
And so that should make you really want to continue to do well, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Awesome. Are you having any challenges? Anything that you need the court to assist you with?
No, my truck got resolved, so I can drive you.
Okay.
That was costing me a lot of money.
Very good. I understand. Yes, this can be very expensive, right?
Yes, like $50,000
Yes.
so far.
Yeah, I understand. All right. And so listen, what goal are you working on? And this is for everybody. I want to talk about this morning. Goals that one goal that you're working on, that you've made some progress on, and you can share with the team.
I would say, like I mentioned just a second ago about my effective coping strategies, I started trauma therapy. I've never been in that before. It's called EMDR therapy, and it's really helped me navigate through some of my emotional pains that I have, and it gives me a lot healthier mindset, and it gives me tools to help reduce like when I have triggers and what I can do to work through them. So my goal is definitely, having better effective coping strategies, meaning, having a hobby, doing things for the community, keeping myself busy. So continuing to do that is so important in my sobriety. I'm so lucky I have insurance to cover for me to go to it. I go once a week, and it's made a huge difference.
All right, awesome, awesome. I want to encourage you as you're availing yourself of all of these wonderful resources to walk in your sobriety, that those resources are available even without a court case. And so I want you to continue to utilize those resources because you see the difference in your life, right?
Yes, definitely.
And it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. Yes, ma'am. All right. Ms. Harris, is Ms. Bates in compliance?
Yes, Your Honor, she is. And actually, I wanted to present her for promotion to phase 2 today. She's been in our program for 75 days. She has done phenomenal. She has stayed motivated and committed. She has made all of her appointments, all of her testing. She has completed her community service. And she continues to strive to reach her goals and push herself further. And I think that she is ready to start phase 2 and start working on some of these additional requirements of our program.
All right, awesome. Any objections?
No objections, Judge. Congratulations on the promotion. Keep up the good work. Congratulations on the clean time and continue to work on your goals. Have a good day. Have a safe holiday. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I also have no objections and congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Ms. Bates on her promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, Ms. Bates. Congratulations. You are doing it and you're doing a great job. So I want to encourage you to keep up the great work, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, very good. I am going to schedule you for your next date. Ms. Harris, I'm going to allow her to have a face-to-face, and that is going to be on December 18th, 2023, and that will be, I'll schedule it for 1:30 p.m. All right, Ms. Faith?
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Everyone too. Everyone in the courtroom.
Yes. You do the same. Make sure, Ms. Bates, and this is for everyone, that if you have not done so already, that you reach out to your case manager, and case managers, you should be asking them what is their emergency response plan for the holidays. Because when we don't plan, when we fail to plan, we plan to fail.
That's
and so
true.
everybody should have an emergency response plan. And it shouldn't be, I'm gonna sit in the room with all the lights off. I'm not gonna go around anybody. I'm not gonna talk to anybody. I'm gonna put tape over my mouth, tie my hands and my feet up, and that's how I'm gonna get through the holiday. That is not realistic. People are, you can be triggered just being home by yourself. And
Absolutely.
so what's your emergency response plan? So please make sure you get that information to your case manager, okay?
Can I tell a suggestion for everyone in the group? Because we've been talking about it in my group therapy.
Yes.
We were saying that it's important to have a way out. So if you're going somewhere, even if you can drive separately, so that way you can leave if something starts to change or something starts to trigger you. So it's always good to have like Uber backup or a car backup, so that way you can leave the situation. And so you're not stuck there with
There
your
you
family.
go.
And let your family know ahead of time that you may have to leave.
Yes, always have a way out. I love it. I love it. Always have a way out. Very good. That's almost like when I was a kid. I say a kid, when I was younger. When I went out, my mom always made sure, this was back, I'm dating myself, Mr. Reed. This was back when they still had pay phones. And my mom, we had money for our activity, and she always made sure that you had, by that time, the pay phones were a quarter. I remember one time, I think they used to be a dime. By the time I was able to go out with my friends, it was a quarter. And my mom always made sure you had 2 or 3 shiny quarters that you kept in your pocket, not in your pocketbook, in your pocket, because you always had a ride home. You didn't have to compromise your safety or anything like that. You could go to the nearest payphone and call, and she was coming to get you, or somebody was coming to get you. So I like that. That reminded me of my mom. Always have a way out. Always. Always.
Good.
Very good, Ms. Bay. Very good, Ms. Bay. Thank you for sharing that with the courtroom.
You're welcome.
All
Have
right.
a good
You
day.
take care. You too. Thank you. All right. Let's do it. I still had for 8:35, but I don't see him. That's Mr. Kosir Ahmed. Is Mr. Ahmed okay?
Your Honor, as far as I know, I spoke with his daughter. She did not report any concerns or issues.
Right.
I'm not sure if she was with him or not, but she said that she was reaching out to him to get him to come on to Zoom, and I haven't heard anything back yet.
All right, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna go now to my 8:45 a.m. docket, and I am going to start with Miss Shay Weaver. Case number 21H88854SD. Ms. Weaver, unmute and state your full name for me.
J. Rosa Weaver.
All right, Ms. Weaver. Ms. Cleveland is not with us today, but I wanted to still check in and make sure that things are going well with you. How have you been doing during the holiday?
I'm doing just fine, Judge. Thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing well. I am. I'm doing very well. Much busier than I want to be, but I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Right.
All right, Ms. Weaver, I know you have your emergency response plan together.
Of course.
And so you've been working it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Day.
I want to hear. Go ahead.
I said every day, every day.
All right. Listen, I want to hear about a goal that you have that you've been working on and that you've made progress.
Well, actually, my goal, as you know, I like working in the community with people. My goal is still to continue to go further and still be a recovery coach. Right now, I'm still working with people in the community. I'm helping people. I'm doing outreach. And my goal is my girlfriend, she's working on her nonprofit, and we have already built the board, and I'm on the board as a secretary. So we're building that, and that's our goal. That's my goal. I have spoken with people. We're having a the class agency along with Share House D-Win. They're having a Thankful for Recovery celebration Friday from 5 to 10 at Share Academy on the Boulevard. If anyone would like to join, it's free. They'll have games, music, dinner, dancing. So that is a recovery thing. If anybody would love to come on down and join, it's at 1851 West Grand Boulevard. And, you know, as a plan of action for anyone who is in recovery, and if you feel like in a bad situation, there are 24-hour meetings around the Christmas time. And always remember that throughout Macomb, Wayne County, and Oakland County.
All right, very good. Did everybody get that information?
Yes, Judge.
All right, I hope so. It's good information to have. Case managers pass it on to the people that's in your staff to make sure that there are some things that are available. That's sober celebrations. All right, Ms. Weaver, did you have any questions or concerns that you need to raise with the team this morning?
No, Judge, I appreciate you asking, but no, thank you.
All right, Mr. Morgan, Ms. Weaver is in compliance, and I have her in phase 4.
That is correct.
Or is she in phase? Is that correct?
Yes,
okay.
That's correct. She is in phase 4. She is in compliance according to Ms. Cleveland's staffing notes. She's doing well. She attended her armed and sobriety court weekend. Probably.
Yes.
Was that recent, Ms. Weaver?
No, that was a little while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the accomplishments. Ms. Cleveland said she's in compliance with treatment. Her drug testing is going well. No issues there. And she just recommended that she continue in our program, and she is in phase 4, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Then I am going to give Ms. Weaver a face-to-face date with Ms. Cleveland. That will be on January 2nd, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. And then we'll get you back on track with your Monday schedule going forward, okay?
All right, thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Ms. Weaver, I want you to do well during the holidays. Make sure you have I know you do, you have your plan and work it.
All right, I certainly will. Certainly will. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
All right, take care.
You too.
Okay.
Have a good New Year.
You.
Oh, one more thing, Judge. On January 1st, I will have 2 years clean.
All right, let's do it. Come on. Awesome. Awesome.
So I won't
2 years
see you
sober.
2 years sober. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. That is awesome. You can do it, Miss Weaver. You can
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
I'll continue for real. They say no slips, no dips, no weekend trips.
There you go. I love it. No slips, no dips, no weekend trips. All
Right.
right.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
in this to win. All right.
that's
Very
right.
good.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. I am going to go now to Robert Britton. These are my 8:45 a.m. people. I have for Mr. Britton, case number 230-557-9901. Mr. Britton, unmute and state your full name for the record.
Robert Anthony Britton.
All right, Mr. Britton, how are you this morning?
I'm good, Your Honor.
All right, very good, Mr. Britton. You did an assignment for me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And we haven't talked about it. Are you ready to share what you, or did we talk about? I don't think we talked about it. I know it was sent to me.
We talked
Did
about
we
it.
talk about it?
Yeah, we talked
We
about it.
did? Oh, I
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
remember talking about it. All right. Are you still applying those things that you told me you were going to do in your report that you did to me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And has it been difficult to stay on track, or are you doing it a little bit better?
It's getting easier, Your Honor.
It's good. Thank you for your honesty. It's getting easier. What do you think is helping it to get easier?
Just me actually trying to stay focused. You know, for a minute I wasn't really trying as hard as I'm trying now. So I think by me actually putting a extra foot in, a little extra effort in, is becoming a little easier for me.
All right, very good. So staying focused. You have a goal and you are working on it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. How's the family?
Everything is what it's gonna be for now, but it's getting better, slowly but surely.
All right, and you're showing up for your sessions with your counselor?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are you talking about the family dynamics?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. And you're keeping an open mind and you're willing to do the work that maybe your counselor is telling you needs to be done?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome, awesome. How have you done so far with the holidays?
I've been doing good with the holidays, Your Honor. I haven't. Everything been cool.
Okay, very good. And you have your emergency response plan ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, make sure Ms. Harris is aware of what it is, okay? Because we want to make sure that everybody has a plan, because the holidays can be tough, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. What questions do you have for us today, or issues you want to raise?
I don't have any questions or issues, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Harris, is Mr. Britton in compliance? And is there anything that you need the court to adjust? He's in phase, I have him in phase 1. Is he in phase 1?
Yes, Your Honor, he is in phase 1. At this time, he is compliant. He has been in contact with me. We have just kind of followed up on the things that he has been dealing with in his life that have created some stress for him, but he is staying focused. I am hoping that we will be able to promote him to phase 2 soon, after we did recently have an issue, as we alluded to, with the assignment. So I am hoping that after the holidays, we're going to be able to promote him. He has been working hard. He just has had a few setbacks along the way, but he's in compliance now and doing well.
All right, very good. If nothing else, Mr. Britton, I'm going to give you your next date, which is going to be a face-to-face with Ms. Harris. And that's going to be on December 11th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome. Good to see you, Mr. Britton. You're doing well. You're back on track. I'm very proud of you. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fike, is anything you want to add as to Mr. Britton?
Yes, Judge. Keep up the good work, sir. Thank you.
And if I could add quickly, Judge, I too appreciate your honesty to yourself, Mr. Britton. That's great to see, and I know you're going to make great progress in this program. Keep up the great work.
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. We're here if you need us, okay, Mr. Griffin?
Yes,
Not Mr.
ma'am.
Griffin, Mr. Britton, Mr. Britton. All right, very good. Take care.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, I am going to now go to John Redding. Mr. Redding, are you in camera? All right, let's do it. I have for John Redding, case numbers 237-051-411, case number SP 123-19821, and case number Z8089281. Mr. Redding, unmute and state your full name for me. Unmute your device.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. State your name.
John Redding, the third.
It's the third. Yes, sir. Good
Yes,
morning to
ma'am.
you, Mr. Redding. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Mr. Redding. How are things going with you so far with the holidays?
Everything is going well. Everything went well for Thanksgiving.
All right. What'd you do for Thanksgiving?
I helped prep. I didn't cook this time.
Okay.
Yeah, and watched the game. That was about it.
Okay. All right. You see those Lions, y'all. I know y'all was a little bit down about Thanksgiving, but they went
Yeah,
all the way down to Louisiana and won that game. So,
we
all
did.
right,
We
go
did that.
Lions. Mr. Reed, you didn't say it this morning. Go Lions. Nah.
Yes, Judge, go Lions. They won yesterday. Beat
Yeah, they
New
did.
Orleans Saints. Congratulations.
Yeah. And you know, that's my home state. But like I told you all, even before the Lions were winning, I rooted for the Lions.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. All right. So, Mr. Redding, have you been having any issues with staying on track?
No, not necessarily. I just been having some car issues, but I'm trying to work on getting it fixed. So
All right. All right. And so you're going to work on getting them fixed, and you're handling it one day at a time. Is that right?
yes, ma'am.
That's all you can do, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Are you working on any personal goals that you've made some progress on?
I've been working on my anger because when I used to drink, I used to have anger issues. So
Okay.
I've been taking that one day at a time and just, trying to stay focused about everything.
And how are you feeling when that you're not drinking? How are you dealing with your emotions? Do you find that you're not as angry since you're
Yes,
not
ma'am.
drinking?
Yes, ma'am.
And how does that feel?
It feels good. Feels
Okay.
good.
Something you want to continue to do?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. How's your family? How are they responding to you?
They doing good. They seeing more of me. I'm always here now, so.
Very good. And you're there being productive, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Very good. And so, Mr. Redding, are you having any issues or concerns other than the car that you need the court to address?
No, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Morgan, are you going to give me an update on Mr. Redding as to whether or not he's in compliance and his phase?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Good morning again. Mr. Redding, according to Ms. Cleveland staffing notes, Mr. Redding is doing good. No issues with testing, no issues with treatment. He does has a balance. She needs to speak to him about maybe making a payment plan, but we know he's kind of early in our program. He's in phase 2. Looks like he's doing well, Your Honor, according to Ms. Cleveland staffing notes.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Redding. Anything else from any of the other team members as to Mr. Redding?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Mr. Redding. Keep up the good work. You're doing a great job. We're proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Have a safe holiday, sir.
Thank you.
And if I could add, Judge, you're on track, sir. You're maintaining it. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right, very good. If nothing else, I'm going to schedule Mr. Redding for a face-to-face. That will be on November, oh my goodness. December the 11th. I know, I've got to get used to seeing it. December the 11th, 2023. That'll be at 1:30 p.m. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're in good shape. Continue to work hard, and we're here if you need us.
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, I'm going to go now to Mr. Yancey. I thought Kevin Brown was in warrant status.
I believe he is, Your Honor. Can I go into a breakout room with him?
Yeah, he's not eligible for a
Zoom hearing.
Zoom hearing, yes. All right, thank you. I'm going to go now to Alfonso Gates. Is Mr. Gates on?
That's my person.
I don't see Mr.
He's coming on, I know.
Okay, he was due for 9:15. I don't see him.
Okay.
All right, but he may have been told at 10 o'clock. I had an appointment and I totally forgot about it, and I came right into the office. So yeah, unfortunate for me. All right, let's keep going. I am going to go to Mr. Andre Jones. You have been on, and Mr. Hale, you have been on. I want to get those two done. All right, let's go to Mr. Jones, case number 2130190. Mr. Jones, state your full name for me.
Andre Jones.
All right, how are you this morning, Mr. Jones?
I'm good. I'm kind of doing everything right now. I'm the only one at work. But
well, how that happen?
I don't know. It's a Monday. You know how I go.
People don't come to work on Mondays.
I guess so. I'm doing maintenance, some housekeeping, and inspecting. So
all
yeah,
right.
it's a little hectic.
At least you're doing it with a good attitude, so we appreciate that.
Oh yeah. Nothing to trip about.
All right, very good. Mr. Jones, how are you doing with your holiday?
I've been doing great. I pretty much been here. Didn't, do a traditional celebration. I came to work. They had a little dinner, but it was just a regular day for me on Thanksgiving. Not too much.
All right, and you are also should be getting ready for finals, right?
Oh yeah. That with my online classes, that's not until mid-March. That's how they got that set up. So not for me, but it's definitely a big study time since I'm back getting into the West because I took a break. But I will be taking my classes in March.
All right, very good, very good. Are you having any issues or concerns that you need to let the court know about?
Not at all.
All right, very good. Mr. Jones, what's a goal that you have set for yourself and you've made some progress on it? Tell me about it.
Well, I had a lot of goals at the beginning. I've completed them. The next is just to complete this process and get my business started. Other than that, I'm happy. Proved to myself what I can do. Proved myself in school. Got my house. I'm checking the list.
You did. You made some real significant goals and some significant progress, and so you certainly have. And you're working with that schooling. I mean, you've just been quite impressive as to setting goals and putting your mind to it. And so very, very proud of you. And so I know you have more goals that you're going to set for yourself, I'm sure. And so hopefully we won't be here the whole time to see you through it, but at least to make sure you get on track with them, right?
Definitely.
All right, very good. As I indicated earlier, I want to make sure everybody reaches out to their case manager so that they can give their case manager their emergency response plan. Everybody has to have one because it's the holidays, should have it anyways. It's the holidays, and the holidays can be brutal. And so we want to make sure that we're ready just in case, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, Mr. Jones is in compliance. I have him in phase 3. Is that correct?
No, Judge, he actually in phase 4, and I was going to recommend promotion to phase 5 today.
Oh, come on, Mr. Griffin, then let's do that. I'm updating my stuff today.
Yep,
All
Mr.
right.
Jones, like he said, he set some goals, and he been accomplishing a lot, promotion at work, buying a house, school. So he's doing the thing, Judge. He came into the program, he needed the help, and he just been working very hard at it. Started off riding his bike to different places, and now he's driving, got his car. So I mean, he made a lot of progress from day one, but never was a complaint. He used to ride that bike to testing and this and that.
Oh man, please don't remind me.
so he probably, he got the restricted license. He's been in compliance with that the whole time. So he's just doing everything he's supposed to do, Judge. I can't be proud of Mr. Jones. So at this time, I like the recommendation to promote him to phase 5 of our 5-phase program, Judge.
All right. Any objection?
I appreciate it.
All right, team.
No objections, Judge. Congratulations, Mr. Jones, on your promotion. You deserve it. Your goals toward education are so impressive. Keep up the good work. You're doing a great job. And have a safe holiday, Mr. Jones.
You too. Thank you.
And if I could add, Judge, Mr. Jones, you've been just rock steady, and yeah, both Mr. Reed and I have been impressed about your educational goals, your house goals. I mean, every time you set something and then you accomplish it, and that's just great to see. So keep up the great work.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. If no questions, Mr. Jones, I'm going to give you your next date.
Okay.
And I won't see you again until you do. Mr. Griffin, I'm going to set him for a face-to-face. I'll put it on the 5th of January. Okay.
Okay.
And so, because he's doing very well, and that'll be at 1:30 p.m.
1:30.
And so, listen, Mr. Jones, you're gonna have conversations with Mr. Griffin about just making sure you've got an emergency response plan, all those good things. But if you need us before that date, by all means, reach out. Okay.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate it. This was a surprise. Thank you. That's another goal off the list.
There you go. Get promoted, sir. You are done.
Thank you.
All right, you're on that last stretch. So let's finish strong, okay?
I will. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations, Mr. Jones. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Mr. Jones on his promotion. Congratulations, Mr. Jones.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. You are free to leave, sir.
All right.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye. I am now going to go to Mr. Alante Hale, case number 230000427. Mr. Hale, unmute and state your name for me.
Alante Hale.
Good morning, Mr. Hale. How are you this morning?
I'm all right.
You all right? Have you finally made up your mind? You just gonna work this program? You just gonna do what you have to do? Have you finally made up your mind?
Yeah. I'm gonna work the program.
All right. Just work it. I mean, don't make it harder than it has to be. Just go ahead and work it. All right. Mr. Griffin is killing himself laughing. I am too. All right, Mr. Hale. How did you do for Thanksgiving?
I don't really celebrate holidays, but it was cool. It was
all right.
It was all right. They did something at my job. They did, but I don't eat meat, cheese, and nothing like that. So it was just another day for real.
Look at you. We have something in common, Mr. Hale. I don't eat meat and stuff. I'll eat white cheese, a little bit of it every now and again. but I don't eat
Yeah.
any meats. All
Yeah.
right, that means you're doing that healthy thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I love it. I had a nice piece of salmon for Thanksgiving. And because I wanted it to have that meat taste, I just put some barbecue sauce on it. How about that? And that was meat
Yeah.
enough for me. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And I did all the other traditional Thanksgiving dressing without meat, of course. And everybody laughed because they had turkey and I had a piece of salmon. But then they are the meat eaters always want the fish, right? So yeah, I was like, no, y'all have to wait for the non-meat eaters to eat first. So it was good. It was real good. All
Yeah.
right. Mr. Hill, are you having any issues or any obstacles that you need us to help you navigate?
None, no issues, no problems.
All right. How's work going and business going?
It's all right. My job is just a regular job, but my business it should be still all right. I run it, so it should be good. I've been focused on my house though, so been working on my
Okay.
bathroom and a few things around the house. So
All right. Very good. Very good. Do you have any questions or concerns to raise with us today?
nope.
All right, Mr. Griffin, is Mr. Hill in compliance? And I have Mr. Hill in phase 1, is that correct?
He's in phase 2, Your Honor. He got promoted at the last hearing on November
Got it.
14th. Yeah. Yeah.
right,
Mr. Hell is
thank
doing.
you.
Yeah, Mr. Hell is doing well, Your Honor. He's working the program with resistance a little bit, but he's doing it. But he's doing it. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Like I tell him, like, you're gonna be here, so you might as well get something out of it. But he's doing everything he's supposed to do at this time, Judge. So no problems with that.
All right, awesome, awesome. Okay, then Mr. Hill, what I'm going to do is I will have you do a face-to-face with Mr. Griffin. No, actually, Mr. Griffin, I'm just gonna give him a return to court date
Okay.
of December 18th, 2023. And that will be at 8:45 a.m. Did you get that, Mr. Hale?
All right.
Judge, on
Okay, yes.
the 18th, that we having visitors that day. The
Have you
senator.
already set up the cases for that day?
I don't think so. I think Mr. Morgan said we doing like 5 or 6 specific cases or something like that. So we haven't really set anything up. So I don't know how you want to run a docket, but we having visitors from Lansing or something on that date.
Okay, so I'm gonna still leave Mr. Hill there, and if there are any changes, I know the timing may change a little bit.
Okay.
You can reach out and let Mr. Hill know,
Okay. Okay, Judge.
All right, sounds good. You're all set, Mr. Hill.
All right, thank you.
I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay.
All
right, very good. And then I am going to go to Ms. Allor, and then I'll come back to Mr. Kosier. Mr. Ahmed. Yeah, Kosier Ahmed. All right, Ms. Allor, are you ready? Okay, unmute for me.
You gotta unmute.
I have case number 190-445-0801. Ms. Allor, state your full name for me, please.
You got to unmute, Ms. Allor. Oh, there you go.
Julie Ann Aller.
All right, how are you, Ms. Allor?
Great.
Good, very good. All right, how did you do over the holiday?
I did good. We went to one of the meetings and I had Thanksgiving dinner.
Very good. And so you didn't have any issues, no obstacles to overcome?
No.
All right, awesome. I love it. And so, Ms. Allor, tell me what you're doing to work your program on a day-to-day basis.
I'm trying to go as many meetings as I can. Keeping a positive attitude about it. Keeping away from them people that do them things I'm not supposed to do. And trying to achieve this and get through this.
All right, are you seeing your counselor?
Yes, her
Uh,
appointment is December the 7th. Me and Miss, they couldn't, she's in Macomb and they didn't have anything earlier. Miss Price had reached out and everything, called, and the earliest appointment was that they had was December the 7th. So she been doing like extra meetings, and everything and to this point, but she goes on December the 7th.
Thank you. All right, we don't have any control over sometimes how they do those appointments. So thank you, Mr. Griffin. So I can count on you to show up for that appointment, right, Miss Aller?
yes. I
All
already
right,
have an
thank you.
Uber to take me there.
All right, very good. Very good. Did you have any questions or concerns on this morning that you want to raise with the team?
No.
Okay, Mr. Griffin, what do you want to tell me about Miss Aller?
Miss Eller is doing fine, Judge. She's been with us a little over 20-some days. She's been testing, doing everything that she's been supposed to do with testing, attending 12-step meetings. She reaches out to me anytime she has any problems or concerns. And like I said, she has her therapy appointment on December the 7th. So I'll follow up with you after she attended an appointment to get the treatment started. But other than that, she's been doing well, Judge.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything else for Miss Aller? She's phase 1, but she's doing well.
Yes, Judge, thank you. You're new to the program, but you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. We know it's not easy. Don't get overwhelmed. Stay in contact with Mr. Griffin. We're proud of you. Have a safe holiday. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
And if I could add, Judge, Miss Aller, you've hit the ground running, as they say, and it's great to see. Keep up the great work, young lady.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Let's do it a face-to-face, December 11th, and that will be at 1:30 p.m.
1:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right, you are all set, Miss Aller.
All right, thank you. Have a great holiday.
You too. Thank you. All right. Are we ready on, did we lose Mr. Zaman or Mr. Ahmed? Mr. Zaman, are you with us?
He had texted me that he was stepping away for a moment, so he should be back shortly.
He'll come back. All right, very good. What about Alfonso Gates? I haven't seen him. So make someone check in on Mr. Gates.
Yeah, no, I did check in on him. I'm sorry. I did check in
ahead.
on him. I actually talked to him this morning. He was at work, and he said he had zoomed. I tried to zoom in, so I don't know what his status is right now, but I did talk to him this morning. He knew he had a Zoom hearing. He said he was going to Zoom
all right.
in.
All right, we'll keep going. Let's go to Mr. Zaman is here. Mr. Zaman, you are still under oath. And so I'm going to call case number 220-0030FD. Please have Mr. Ahmed state his full name for me.
भाई अहमद अस्सलाम वालेकुम नामटा होगा पूरा नाम
Have him unmute.
कसिर भाई अनम्यूट करो कर अपना नाम होगा
আমার নাম কসির উদ্দিন আহমেদ
My name is Qasir Uddin Ahmad.
All right. How are you doing, Mr. Ahmed? We were worried about you.
জনাব আহমদ আপনি কেমন আছেন ভাই আমরা তো আপনার লিয়ে একটু পেরেশান
যে ভালো আছি ইনশাআল্লাহ ভালো
God willing I'm doing well.
All right. Very good. How did you do for the holiday?
খুব ভালো আপনি ও যে ছুটি গেল ভাই এই দেশের হলিডে আপনি কিলা করছেন নকলতা ঠিক মতো করছেন নি ভালো আছে
ভাই ছুটি গেছে তো ভালো গেছে আমার তো ফুয়া হসপিটালে তো এখনো
he muted himself.
ভাই আপনি মিউট করলিছেন আপনি আবার অ্যাক্সিডেন্টলি আপনি মিউট করলিস আপনার মা তুললাম না
না আমি তো নিট করছি না ওকে শোনা যাননি
জি
কই কিলা হলেইতে বলেছে দিন যাইতো ভাই বাল আমার ফুয়া তো হসপিটাল লাইনি তার তো এখন জ্ঞান জ্ঞান ফিরছে না বুঝছেন নি ও পেরেশান
I
থাকি
my holiday is how can I say like this be good my son is in since didn't come back yet and is in the hospital so that's what I'm going through.
Okay, how are you handling that, Mr. Ahmed? Are you talking with your counselor about it?
আপনি এগু হ্যান্ডেল হর রাখিলা বা এগু আপনার উকিলের লগে আপনি এই ব্যাপারে মারছই নি আপনার আপনার যে কিতা যার
জি না ওটা উকিল ধরছি না কিচ্ছু ধরছি না কই দেখি আল্লাহ তারে করে নি জ্ঞানটা ফিরাই দেয় নি আচ্ছা শেষ বলে দেখবো কিতা করা
I
যায়
didn't hire any attorney in this regard. I'm just hoping and praying that my son's sense come back, so later I'll think about it.
But Miss Harris, is he in counseling? I want to make sure that he is, addressing concerns with his counselor.
Miss আপনার কেস ম্যানেজার মিস হ্যারিসরে জাজে জিগাইরা যে আপনি খরুল লই কোনো প্রফেশনাল মানুষের লই বিষয়ে আপনি মাতিরানি যে আপনি যেটা যেটা সমস্যা বা আপনি মানসিক ভাবে যাইরা
জি জি মাতরাম মাতরাম জি
yes I am talking.
Your Honor, yes, he is in services, and I will confirm when his next appointment is for him, but he is in services. And as far as I know, the last time we spoke, he was compliant and attending.
ও জাজ হে সার্ভিস নের লাস্ট টাইম আমি যে যারে চেক করছি হে দেখছি অ্যাটেন্ড করে যার এবং পরবর্তী আমি মেক শিওর হর মধ্যে হে যাতে যায়.
All right. Miss Harris, is there anything additional that you need the court to do where Mr. Ahmed is concerned?
জনাবা হ্যারিস জিগাইর আপনার কেস ম্যানেজার যে তাই কিছু কইতা নি এমন কিছু আছে না দুশ্চিন্তার কারণ জনাব আহমদ সম্বন্ধে?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
এই মুহূর্তে আমার কোনো দুশ্চিন্তার কারণ নাই.
All right. I'm going to schedule Mr. Ahmed for a face-to-face on December the 11th, 2023, and I'll put it on for 8:35 a.m. so that you'll have the interpreter, Miss
ভাই
Harris.
জাজে কইরা আপনার পরবর্তী তারিখ হইলো ফেস টু ফেস ও মিস হ্যারিসের লগে ডিসেম্বরের 11 তারিখ 2023 সকাল 8:35 am.
ওকে ঠিক আছে
Okay, all right.
আর আমি
And
তো ভাই
judge, he have to see you the same like Mr. Adar Ahmad on January 8 also.
Did I have him for the 8th or the 11th?
You put Koya's on for a face-to-face on the 18th and a hearing on January 8th. So I think he was asking, were we putting Kosir on for the 8th of January as well? But they are in different phases.
Yeah, their phases are too far apart. Yeah. So he'll keep the date that I gave him, Kosir Ahmed. My apologies if I said I was doing them the same. What I meant was I put it in the morning so that Miss Harris can have the interpreter in the mornings. So it'll be, his face-to-face will be December 11th at 8:35 a.m.
জাজে কইরা again আমি ক্লিয়ার করলাম আরে আপনার বাইরে কিছু আপনারটা ডিফারেন্ট আপনার হলো ডিসেম্বর 11 তারিখ 2023 সকাল 8:35 মিনিটও আপনার মিস হ্যারিসের লগে.
ওকে আমি তো প্রমোশন কইরা যায় রাম কোনো মিস করছি না কিছু করছি না বুঝছেন আর আজকে আমার একটা প্রমোশন তারা অন্তরে জুলাই দিছে আপনার ডাউনটাউন না ফলাইছে অনেক দূর হই.
I'm doing my test and everything profession timely manner. Today they put me in downtown and in far distance. I don't know why.
Ms. Harris, why don't you go in the breakout room and figure out what's going on with respect to his testing, okay?
Okay.
যাতে
Sounds
বইরা
good.
মিস হ্যারিসের লগে আমরা ব্রেকআউট রুমে গিয়ে মারতাম আপনার টেস্টিং এর সমস্যা সম্বন্ধে।
আচ্ছা।
Okay.
All right, very good. Take care, Mr. Ahmed. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
আপনি কাপল উইকস বাদে আপনার লগে আবার দেখা হইবে যা ডিসেম্বর 11 তারিখ 12 থাকুকা।
আমার তো শেষ নাইনি।
না আমরা ব্রেকআউট রুমে গিয়ে মারতাম যার লগে শেষ ও ওনো জয়েন মারুকা।
All right, then go to the breakout room. Thank you. All right, let's keep going. I see Mr. Williams is on. Good morning, Mr. Williams. I have for you case number 21001102. Mr. Williams, unmute and state your full name for me.
Daryl Williams.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. How are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Tell me about Thanksgiving. How did it go?
Thanksgiving was pretty cool. I got to spend time with the kids. Went over to my mom's, went over to my cousins. And I actually had to work on Thanksgiving too. That was the first. I haven't did that in years.
Okay. All right. How did that go?
It was okay. I didn't like it because I wasn't used to it. I'm not used to being at work at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay. But you did it.
Yeah, I did.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am. I
Very
sure
good.
did.
Are you having any issues or troubles with working your program?
No, ma'am.
All right. That's awesome. Tell me about a goal that you have set for yourself and tell me about the progress that you've made concerning that goal.
Well, a goal that I have set for myself was besides like getting my license and to get me a house. As far as like with the license part, I think I'm past my date to where I can go to Secretary of State now. I think it was up in, I want to say either October or November. I'm not for sure, but I think I'm in the clear now. As far as like working towards me getting the house, I am in the process of saving money and I'm looking for something, but I want to have the money first before I actually find something because I would hate to find something and not have the money. You know what I mean? Like, so that's one of the goals that I'm working towards.
So you've made some progress. You've been shopping or saving, not shopping. Saving.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Miss Harris. Oh, Miss Harris is in a breakout room with another client. All right. Mr. Williams, I'm gonna ask you, you've been doing everything you're supposed to do?
Yes, ma'am. Doing my community service. I'm going to my classes. I remember last time I was on, I had switched jobs. So I'm still, in compliance with everything, passing all my tests, just walking the talk.
All right, very good. And you feel better, don't you?
I do. Have a lot more energy.
I can barely hear you. Say it again.
I said I have a lot more energy.
Very good.
Thoughts. Like I'm not as moody as I used to be. My temper then got a little bit longer. I could tolerate a little bit more things. It's hard though.
I love it. And those are all good things, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Very good. So that ought to make you want to stay on this path a little longer, right?
Right. I don't see myself deviating from this plan at all. Like it's just a new lifestyle. Like change was needed. You know what I mean? Like I didn't embrace it in the beginning, as you know. But
I know. I know. But you did embrace it.
Right.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffith, are you where you can stick your head and ask Miss Harris? I don't think Mr. Williams has had any issues. Miss Harris is good about reaching out about those things. But I want to know, I have him in phase 3. Mr. Williams, you in phase 3?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Then let me let Mr. Griffin just check in. Mr. Reed, Mr. Pikens, what you want to say to Mr. Williams? Listen, y'all remember Mr. Williams was here in the beginning all the time. He was a frequent flyer, just coming in all the time. We haven't seen him in person in a long time, which means he's doing what he's supposed to do. What y'all have for Mr. Griffin, Mr. Williams?
Yes, Judge. Thank you. Mr. Williams, good report. Keep up the good work, sir. We know it's not easy, but you're doing a great job. And I heard you say you had to work on Thanksgiving. I hope they paid you double or holiday time or something like that. But keep up the good work, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, bro.
And Mr. Williams, it's a good thing we haven't seen you in a while. Mr. Reed and I didn't probably what you look like, so it's no, we're just kidding. You're doing a great job. Keep up the great work, sir. You put it all together, and you can do it.
Thank you.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Williams, did you have any questions this morning?
No.
All right. So you're in phase 3. Mr. Griffith, what did you find out?
Yeah, Ms. Harris said he's in compliance. He's doing well, no problems.
All right, I'm gonna give him a face-to-face with Ms. Harris on December the 18th, 2023. We'll schedule it for 1:30 and we'll get your next court date together at that time, okay?
Okay.
All right, good to see you, Mr. Williams.
You too.
All right, continue to do well. Proud of you, sir.
All right, y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, thank you. All right, now I know I jacked up the schedule this morning, but if you have folks that are on for later this morning, like 11:30, if you can reach out to them and tell them to come on in, that would be great. I totally forgot about my own appointment. They're not happy with me, but I understand. I'm not happy with me either. All right. So, Mr. Yancey, Ms. Harris, you have your hand up? Yes.
I just wanted to check with you. I know we have Mr. Kirksey's termination hearing at 11:30. Did you want me to try to get him to come on earlier, or do you want to do everything else first?
Yes, because he needs to talk with the attorneys because of that and Mr. Morgan. And I'd like for them to do that earlier than later. Good morning, Mr. Page.
Okay, I'll reach out to him. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and then we also have Toye Milton, who's scheduled today for sentencing. And so Miss Milton is here. So I'm ready to do that one. If you all could grab the prosecutor as well. And then Mr. Yancey, what did you find out on Kevin Brown?
Yeah, Sean, I told him he has to come in. He I couldn't contact him. He had changed his number right before Thanksgiving. He's one of my 4 or 5 people who changed their number bi-monthly. So I wasn't able to contact him. So once I couldn't contact him.
Mr. Who are you speaking of?
I think you're talking about
Brown?
Kevin Brown.
Right.
Is that who you asked me?
He's in warrant status, is that correct?
Yes, because I was unable to contact him by phone or email or any other way.
But I thought he missed the hearing as well.
He didn't. Today was his hearing. That's why he came on today. So I can't contact him, but he comes on his hearing dates.
Okay, is he on right now?
I don't see him anymore. I told him he had to physically come in. I didn't think he would do his hearing.
Okay, nope, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. And I don't think he's here in the courtroom. No. All right, very good. Thank you. Let's go. I just want to make sure I'm not. And then what about Mr. Gates?
So I just told Mr. Gates he had to come back on. He said he tried to come on and He only had a 10-minute. He had a new job last week, so he only had a
What
10-minute
phase
break.
is Mr. Gates in?
Mr. Gates is in.
I have him in phase 1. Is
He's
that
still
correct?
he's still in phase 1.
Yeah, Mr. Gates needs to get on for his hearing.
Okay.
So tell him when he comes on, turn on your camera,
Okay.
and then we'll know that he's here. I don't know he's here if his camera is not on.
Yes, Shannon.
Okay?
Yes.
So tell him to work with me, please.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Let's keep going. I do see Miss Rios is on. So I'll go to Miss Rios's case. Good morning to you, Miss Rios.
Morning.
How are you this morning?
Okay, how are you?
I am doing well, thank you. I have for you case number 200-445-1801. State your full name for me. I didn't hear you, Miss Rios. Uh-oh, is she frozen?
She froze, yeah.
That's what it looks like. Okay, Mr. Griffin, let's see if we can, I have her in phase 3, is that correct?
She's in phase 4, Judge.
Phase 4, okay. Thank you, I'm updating all my stuff this morning. All right, well, we'll see if she gets back on. Looks like she's gonna, there she is. Miss Rios, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, state your full name for the record, please.
Angelica Rios.
All right, Miss Rios, how are you doing today?
Okay.
That's
Tried to get a new
good.
phone and still
I'm
doesn't work.
sorry?
Tried to get another phone and it still don't work.
Oh, okay, well, we got you now, we've got you. All right,
Okay.
Miss Rios, how did you do for Thanksgiving?
Okay, I cooked some.
You cooked, okay, very good. Did you have any challenges or concerns for the Thanksgiving holiday?
I hope I got to see my kids. I was happy. How was
Okay,
yours?
very- I had a wonderful Thanksgiving, family. My siblings, we do Thanksgiving in Detroit. So they came
Right.
from everywhere. Yeah,
Oh,
and it was wonderful.
that's
All right,
good.
I want to hear about a goal that you have set for yourself and that you're making progress on. Can you share that with me?
A new goal.
Any goal.
I was still thinking about the school, but I haven't got around to doing that yet. I was just trying to take care of everything with my for the courts and stuff, and being involved in my kids' lives and with my grandkids.
All right, now listen, the court is not gonna stop you from getting around the school, okay?
Oh, I
Because
know
we have
that.
plenty of folks that go to school and they're with us. As a matter of fact, we help and encourage you to definitely go to school. You're young, Miss Rios. You're young. You have a lot of life ahead of you. And so take advantage of this time. Learn everything that you can learn so that, when we do get to our older years, we've done some things that will make our older years a little smoother for us. How about that?
Yes.
So I want you to be working on goals.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Are there any concerns or questions that you need to raise with the team on today? Or that I need to be aware of?
Nope.
All right, Mr. Griffin. Go ahead, Ms. Rios.
I said no.
Okay, I thought you were going to say something else. I didn't want to cut you off.
Okay, Judge.
All right, Mr. Griffin.
Ms. Rios is doing very well. No problems for her at this time. Actually, Judge, she did get approved for her the Social Security, and she actually paid off her costs and fees in full.
Look at you, wonderful.
So she's doing
wonderful.
Well with that. That was one of the last things she needed to do. So today I would like to recommend her for phase 5 to put her in phase 5. And we did talk about career in school and stuff like that. So she got that. She know that's something that she wants to do. But she was very happy when she got approved for that, and then she did take care of business. She came right in and paid her stuff. So she's doing really well at this time. So I like to recommend her for phase 5 and continue to to work for the next 90 days, Judge.
All right. Any objection to Ms. Rios being promoted to phase 5 today?
No objections, Judge. Congratulations, Ms. Rios, on the promotion. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. You're going into the final phase. We're proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Have a safe holiday, Ms. Rios. Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
And if I could add, that is great news to hear about those benefits, Ms. Rios. They can become complicated, and that's great that that's worked out for you as quick as it has. So congratulations. And yeah, now you're in the final phase. Let's work hard.
Thank you.
And Judge, I also like to say Miss Rios did something on her own. She was having some trouble with her mental health or whatever. So she reached out and got a mental health counselor that she sees, something that she did that she was just having struggles with her health and stuff. So she felt the need to, that she needed to talk to somebody. So she did do that.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Very good. All right, Ms. Rios, you are going to phase 5 on today. That means I will not see you until, Mr. Griffin, what did I do with your other phase 5? I think I scheduled them for a face-to-face
on January the 5th.
January 5th, that'll be your face-to-face. Of course, we want to make sure that and that'll be at 1:30 p.m. You want to make sure that you get with Mr. Griffin. Tell Mr. Griffin about your emergency response plan. Everybody needs one, because if you don't plan, then if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And we want everybody to succeed. And so I want you to get with Mr. Griffin and give him your emergency response plan. And so I'm excited for you. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Angelica Rios on her promotion to phase 5. Congratulations, Ms. Rios. Congratulations. You are on your way. All right. Take care. We'll see you in the new year. Well, I won't see you unless you need me in the new year.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. All right. You're very welcome. All right. Let's go to Cedric Brown. And then I think that Jackson is Charlotta Jackson. Mr. Griffin, if you can make sure she's in the waiting room. Is that her?
Yeah, she just.
All right. Let's let her in. She just has her name. Her first name is not spelled correctly. All right, very good. Let's go to Cedric Brown. I have for Mr. Brown, case number Z8088471. Mr. Brown, state your full name for me.
You gotta unmute, Mr. Brown.
Cedric Michael Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown, how are you this morning?
Very well.
Very good. How did you do for Thanksgiving?
That went well too.
Good. Very good. You didn't have any challenges?
Not a one.
I'm so happy to hear that. I don't know what to do with myself. Very good. All right, Mr. Brown. What did you do for Thanksgiving?
Well, I did a little visiting to my grandkids. I helped out in the kitchen a little bit and ran my mouth trying to stay close to them, and just a decent holiday. But we got the big one coming. I got to break up for that.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right, Mr. Brown, are you showing up for your counseling sessions?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're showing up for your testing?
Every time.
All right, very good. And you're being honest with yourself as well as your counselor about where you are on this journey so that they can help you.
No problem.
So that's a yes, you are being open and honest with them?
Yes, I am, and you too.
All right, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Mr. Griffin, I have Mr. Brown in phase 1.
That is correct.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Probably at the next center. Yeah, I'll probably recommend phase up, but yeah, he is phase 1 at this time, Judge.
All right, anything additional as to Mr. Brown? He's holding it down in phase 1.
Yeah, he's doing good, Your Honor. I haven't had any problems. You know, he was dealing with some health issues and stuff, but he's making all his doctor's appointments and doing everything he's supposed to do. So no problems with Mr. Brown at this time, Judge.
All right, very good, Mr. Brown. Do you have any questions or concerns that you'd like to raise with the team?
Oh no, everything is going good with the team, and I've accepted this as a way of life for now.
There you go. So make the best of it.
That's what I'm doing.
I love it. All right, very good. Mr. Brown is in phase 1, and so I'm going to schedule him a face-to-face on December 11th, 2023. That will be at 1:30 p.m., and he'll get his next court date at that time. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right. All right, Mr. Brown, keep up the great work. Proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, you are free to leave.
All right, and you have a good holiday too.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
All right.
Mr. Reed, Mr. Figas, I need one of you to go into the breakout room with Mr. Kirksey to talk with him about what's going to happen. His case will not be transferred back to, we talked about this, or Mr. Morgan should have raised it with you all. I don't know if I still see him on, but Mr. Griffin asked Mr. Morgan if he's gonna come on for Mr. Kirksey, because that case would not be transferred back to the other case, to the other court. He would have to be sentenced to jail time here in Wayne County if he's choosing not to do the program. And so I need someone to take him in the breakout room, explain to him what that means so that we can go forward. I also need someone to check to make sure that he is still in compliance with this court's orders until his case has been disposed of. Okay?
Yes,
and Judge, Mr. Morgan's gonna get on, and Senator Pollack, he coming in person, Judge, so he's on his way down here now, so he should be here temporarily.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. Has anyone reached out to the prosecutor? I see people in my courtroom. So I have Mr. Fry is here. He is in the box. Why are you in the box? Mr. Yancey, should Mr. Fry be in the box?
Yes, one, Mr. Fry in the box, yes. Judge, he said he's on his way down, Judge. He said he's on his way down to talk to you. Yeah.
All right, very good. Mr. Morgan, thank you for getting on. As to Mr. Kirksey, I would like for you all to take him in the breakout room with the attorney, explain to him, I think we talked about this, that the case, did you all resolve that the case could not go back to the referring court, that 36th district would have to make a jacket and file for him. And he would, if he's opting out, he would go do his jail time with us. I would have to sentence him.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. We will be keeping full jurisdiction of this case.
All right, very good. Could you go in that breakout room and then we'll be ready to proceed. I do need a prosecutor for him. I also need a prosecutor for Miss Milton. Mr. Yancey is coming down to talk to me for Mr. Fry. Who else do I have in the courtroom?
These people are just here. One is with Mr. Calvin King and one is here with Miss Milton.
Oh, is Mr. Calvin King?
He is in with Mr. Page in the conference room.
I think he's got some issues too.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because it'll pick up feedback. All right, very good. All right. So Mr. Morgan, if you could just let the prosecutor know, we do need a prosecutor. I want to get some things done. While we're moving, we're kind of on schedule a little bit. All right.
Yep, I just texted Ms. Walker, Your Honor, so she should be on in a second.
All right, very good. And then I see Mr. Cicero is on. I believe that he is on for regular probation.
No, he's just taking care of some tickets, Judge. He actually discharged. He's sentenced out. He did his jail time, but he has some tickets that you was gonna that the attorneys was gonna help him out with.
Oh, did you all get those? Thank you, Mr. Griffin. Mr. Reed, did you all look at those tickets and get with the prosecutor on behalf of Mr. Cicero?
Judge, we still have to talk to Miss Walker about these tickets, so when she comes in, we can conversation with her. We don't have a deal in place for Mr. Cicero yet.
All right, let's get that taken care of. All right, very good. And then, so this is a good place, Mr. Cicero, you're just gonna have to hang tight for a minute so that they can get some offers from, if they can get some offers from the prosecutor. All right,
Yes.
very good.
Ms. Jackson, can you turn on your camera?
Yeah, Miss Jackson, come on. Let me
Can you
do
turn
you and
on-
then I'll talk to you, Mr. Yancey. I'll do her very quickly.
I'm trying
Okay.
to.
You're probably gonna have to get on another device if you can't get your
Oh, wait a
camera.
minute. I'll send her an ask to turn on her camera and see if that helps. See if that helps. Can you turn it on now?
No. I
All
just.
right.
Okay, what?
Mr. Griffin, see if you can help her out with that while I talk to Mr. Yancey.
Okay. If you can't, see if you can switch to your other device, Ms. Jackson, if you can't get your camera to work.
Miss Drew, if you could mute me for a second, Mr. Yancey.
Okay, it's on.
We still can't see you.
You can't see me, I can see you.
Still can't see you. You need to make sure you join with video and audio.
Hey, baby.
Ms. Wilson, can you put me in the breakout room with Mr. Cicero, please? Thank you. I'm ready for Mr. Cicero when the court's ready. Thank you.
They go on and they go out and they do it extra.
Hey, Miss Wilson, Miss Jackson is in the waiting room on a different device. She's on a Samsung phone, and I don't know if she know how to put her name on there. Miss Jackson, can you turn your camera on?
It should be. Let me.
Your camera is still not on. You got to join with audio and video.
It says unable to access camera.
Is that the device you used for previous hearings?
This the device that I use every
Okay,
time I
well,
come to.
you probably need to log out and try to log back in with. It got to be audio and video. It should actually for audio and video. So you got to make sure you're doing video.
Okay, let me log out and log
Yeah,
back
log
in.
out. Yeah, make sure it's audio and video, and
Okay.
call me if you stuck in the waiting room so I can let Miss Wilson know. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Is the prosecutor ready on Miss Milton?
Muted. I'm here.
All right. Do we have the case manager ready on Miss Milton? Oh, that's Mr. Yancey. Can you ask him to come out? And then Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, you all are ready. Miss Milton, you can take the podium for me. I have the following matters, and then Miss Walker, I'm going to get all of your matters done while I have you, okay?
Yes, Judge.
All right. I know you're running. All right, I have for Miss Milton, case number SP 122-71781. Defendant is charged with driving while license is suspended. Case number Z 800982. Defendant is charged with operating while visibly impaired. And case number Z 8081261. Defendant is charged with operating while impaired. For the people, place your appearance on the record.
Shannon Walker, P 53794 on behalf of the people.
All right, thank you. On behalf of Ms. Milton, counsel.
Robert Fikens, P31894 on behalf of Miss Milton.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fikens. On behalf of probation, Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Philip Yancey on behalf of specialty court, Your Honor.
Thank you, and then Ms. Milton, one more time.
Yes, Toya Milton.
All right, thank you, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, I conducted the termination hearing for Ms. Milton and determined that she was going to be terminated from our program. On today, I have brought her back for sentencing. I'm going to hear from the people, and then I'll hear from the other parties and make my decision. For the people, Ms. Milton has 2 OWVI and OWI, as well as a driving while license is suspended. And we've already gone through during her termination hearing, all of the things that happened while she was in the program, why she was recommended for termination. She put herself in a place where she could not successfully complete the program, not even on regular probation. And so here we are for sentencing. I'll start with you, Ms. Walker.
Yes, Judge, the people's recommendation is going to be very simple. We asked the court to assess maximum jail time. We've worked with Ms. Milton over and over and over again. We've stated all that on the record of the termination hearing. I believe at this juncture, given the infractions, given the abilities we've given her to do differently, she's chosen not to. Given the fact that she has 2 drinking and driving offenses, which obviously puts the community in danger on any given day that she is free to go out and drink, the people ask for maximum sentencing.
All right, thank you. On behalf of Ms. Milton.
Yes, Judge, and thank you for this opportunity. We want to thank the court, first of all, for putting off this matter until today to give her some time to get her affairs in order. She's very grateful for that, and we wanted to let the court know that. When I look at Miss Milton, I see a very changed person from the person who first came here. We no doubt, we do agree wholeheartedly with the court that we were the ones who put ourselves in this position, not the court. And we know that the court ran out of time because of things that we did, and we're sorry for that, not only to this court, but also to ourselves, because I think that Ms. Milton has the opportunity and has the ability to do this program had there been more months. I was looking a lot to see if I could pull days, weeks, or months to give the court extra jurisdiction. I wasn't able to do it, but it doesn't stop me from thinking how changed Miss Milton has been from the start of this program until now, when I wholeheartedly also believe that she could complete this program had she given herself enough time to do it, because of her frame of mind, because of her acknowledgement of the program's benefits. And I do want to give Ms. Milton an opportunity to address you, Judge, because I think she wants to thank you for and acknowledge all the changes that she has, but mostly wants to thank this court, even realizing that she's potential jail time, Judge. I think she wants to tell this court what she gained and what things have helped her in this, because I certainly realize that a person with 2 drinking and driving offenses, even it doesn't matter whether they're miles apart, there's still 2 offenses. We know that we could have done better. We're thankful for this opportunity, Judge, and I want her to address this court, because I don't know that jail time is going to help her. Certainly to demonstrate to her how she could have done better, maybe, but I'd ask for a very minimal amount of time. If that is to be. I note that we have Christmas time coming up, holidays, which can be spent with family, and
Also a high drinking time and a high number of deaths due to people drinking and getting behind the wheel of cars.
And that's why I say I think the Miss Milton that we have in front of us today is not the Miss Milton that we brought in, and not the same Miss Milton who created this problem in herself. But I'm going to turn it over to Miss Milton with this court's permission so she can address the court.
All right, Miss Milton.
Yes, one moment, please. I have a statement that I prepared. Was typing it up on my phone, my notes. Good morning and happy holiday, Judge Holmes and the court. 2 years ago, almost to the date, I came through this court absconded, hot-headed, irresponsible, and held no accountability for my actions. It was all about me and never my reckless drinking and driving behavior. The night of the arrest, most I do not remember due to being intoxicated. I bucked and I barked at the judicial system, never taking it seriously as I should have. When I became a mom, I began to shift my way of thinking and prepare for the responsibility that motherhood brought. Yet still drinking. My days of drinking began in college and spiraled into adulthood, never realizing that it was out of control. 90 days into this program, I lost my only sibling, my only brother, unexpectedly, not from street violence due to health issues. I wanted to spiral out of control, but I knew I couldn't, and I didn't. It was on me now to hold up my mother, who has always been my backbone and support during this whole process. I suffered a lot of sadness and anxiety during this time of the drug alcohol court. I've had to face my fears, accept who and what I am, and I've become accountable for the choices that I've made. It has taken the severity of this program for me to realize I am not the irresponsible, drunk party girl that walked through these doors 2 years ago, Judge Holmes. I made slip-ups. I got up. Judge Holmes, your foot on my neck has made me realize that I am enough and I'm worthy enough to live a sober and meaningful life. I realized that my son Nazir has developed special needs, and he's also nonverbal, joining me going through this program. The change of the dynamics of everything, and I do mean everything, that changed the dynamics of everything, and I mean everything. I thank God for allowing this to happen during a time that my son is still young. I made mistakes during this program, but the mistakes were never bigger than the lessons that I learned about myself and my life. My mom has been my village and my support system from day one through this ordeal, and have never allowed me to have a pity party. On this day, therapy, support groups, remaining truthful to myself has humbled me in full circle to make better and stable decisions. The court has not pardoned the actions of that person years, months, or weeks ago. With every fiber in my body, that girl has left the building, Your Honor. I stand before you this morning with lessons in life learned, ready to be the best person, woman, citizen, and role model for my son. I learned a very difficult lesson on disrespecting the law and the seriousness of drinking and driving. It is a privilege to have a driver's license, and it's not to be taken lightly. It has been God's mercy and grace that I've never taken anyone's life or my own during the time of my drinking and driving. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you and the court candidly this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Milton. Mr. Yancey, what is your recommendation?
Your Honor, I don't know if I have a recommendation as far as the number of days, but, you know, we're really, you know, disappointed that we're at this juncture right now. I'm disappointed that it took this long to take the situation in court this seriously. You know, even with two drinking and driving events, Your Honor. So,
all right.
And I'll leave it at that, Your Honor. But you know, sobriety from court, we have to recommend some jail time. We just don't have a number.
All right, that's fine. I hear you loud and clear. Ms. Milton, I am going to take into consideration that you made some effort, but you really put yourself in a spot where you brought yourself to this point after we kept telling you over and over again. It was always, and we understand that people fall down, that's why they're here, and we help them to get back up. But you put yourself in a spot where, and we told you, we forewarned you, Miss Milton, you're getting to the end of your time, my jurisdictional period, and you are going to put us in a position where you can't finish the program. And still you made choices. Instead of asking for help, instead of reaching out when you had obstacles that came up, we aligned you with resources where individuals could help you or where you could get help. You would not do it. And so I cannot in good conscience, as the presiding judge, knowing that you have 2 drinking and driving charges, give you anything less than 90 days in the Wayne County Jail. And so what I am going to do is, that's my sentence, 90 days at the Wayne County Jail. However, I will bring you back for a review before me from the jail. They will bring you on Zoom. I will make that date February 5th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. Now, let me tell you why I'm bringing you back for a review on that day. It will determine whether or not I'm going to make you do the additional 30 or whatever days you have left. But if they tell me at that jail what they told me before when you went over there, how you were obnoxious, how you were giving them all kinds of issues, you're going to do those additional 30 days. Okay, so I'm giving you forewarning. I'm letting you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring you back for a review on February 4th. Still make sure that the order, Ms. Drew says that she's doing 90 days, but give her a court date of February 5th, at 8:30 a.m. Okay. And it'll be by way of Zoom. If you get over there and you give them problems, we have a relationship with the jail. We staff with them every Tuesday. They come on every Tuesday. They gonna let me know, Miss Milton over here cutting up. And Miss Milton, I'll cancel your February 5th date, and I'll just see you at the end of your 90-day stint, okay? Am I clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything else for my consideration?
I guess 90 days is the final.
Yes, ma'am, it is. You have 2 drinking and driving offenses. Yes, ma'am. Like I said, I'll review it on February 5th, which is not 90 days. I think that's about 60 days. But whether you do that whole 90 is going to be up to you as to how you behave those 60 days that you're there. Okay?
Judge.
All right.
Judge.
Yes.
I know this court made some comments or some statements regarding our last hearing about Christmas time, and I was wondering if the court might consider moving that date up a little bit, that review date up a bit.
Oh no, she's got to do at least 60, Mr. Vikings. She has 2 drinking and driving related offenses. The people asked for 90. I think I'm convinced 90 she should be there the entire 90 days, but I'll review it at 60 days. I'm doing it for 90. I'll review it at 60. That's the best I can do today. Best I can do. All right. Thank you, ma'am. I'll see you on the 5th of February. All right. Mr. Fry. No, you had Mr. Fry, and then Calvin King is in the box as well. as to Mr. Fry. Did you get him on the 800 number?
I did, Your Honor. He has Blue Cross Blue Shield, so they weren't likely to refer him. So where he does go is connected to an inpatient program called Liberty. I'll see if I can get him connected so that he can go to the inpatient part.
Let's work on that. Let's work on that. Mr. Fry, I need you to really be honest with yourself. I really need you to be honest with yourself. We're gonna help you, but we can't help you without you being honest with yourself first, okay? All right, I can count on you to do that? All right, very good.
Can I approach him for 30 seconds?
Yes, and then we also have Mr. Pollard is here. Mr. Pollard, where are you staying, Mr. Pollard?
I'm at 91 Winona at my mother's, and I have documentation of a lease. I have a lease agreement for a house that I could possibly be moving to.
Okay, you could possibly be moving to, because see, we're not gonna live with our mother.
No, this is, the money is down, it's paid, I have the key and everything.
Okay, his case manager, someone contact, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Pollard, I believe, is Miss Cleveland's case.
Right.
And so, Mr. Morgan, if you could come down and speak with him. I had him brought in because there was an event that happened at, was it Elmhurst?
Yeah.
And where Mr. Pollard was accused of getting involved in an altercation, contributing to an altercation, and he was put out. I need to still address that. We don't get to, no, we don't get to engage in that behavior anywhere.
I agree.
All right, so Mr. Morgan.
Mr. Griffin, did you go out to look at this place Friday, or was it on another case? Mr. Griffin, are you there?
Well, I thought that was
I'm
a
sorry.
different case.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's a different case. It wasn't the.
It may be a different case, Mr. Morgan.
Thanks, Judge. Okay, I'll be down to talk to him.
All right, okay. And then for Alfonso Gates, SP 118-72081, SP 119-20511, counts 1 and 2 and 3. Case number 210-575-8701. At the request of the case manager, I'm going to adjourn Mr. Gates to Friday, this Friday, which is December the 8th. Why is that highlighted? We're open on the 8th?
I don't know why it's not like this.
What does it say?
We are. Oh, I think that's some other kind of holiday.
Oh, okay. So it'll be December 8th, 2023, and that will be at 9:30 a.m. All right, and then I have Mr. King, who is in the box. Mr. Page, has he talked to an attorney?
Not to it.
Okay, he needs to talk to an attorney. Isn't there an issue with Mr. King?
Yes.
All right, he needs to talk to an attorney. And then did the parties talk with Mr. Kirksey?
Yes, Judge.
All right, and Mr. Kirksey understands that if he's terminated from our program, that he's going to be sentenced on his underlying charge here at 36th District Court. Does he understand that?
He does, Judge, and he wants to ask this court, Mr. Morgan and I met with him. Mr. Kirksey wants to ask this court to continue in this program. We've given
Mr. Fikens, Mr. Kirksey said he didn't want to do this program.
I know what
He want to be able to get high and do some other things. And I'm not taking that on. No, I'm not. I don't want to take that on.
Well, Judge, if I may, if I could speak.
Help me out, because I'm telling y'all right now, I do not want to take that on. I don't. He's a transfer case. I understand we have jurisdiction, but he has made it clear he wants to smoke and do all of this other stuff, and I'm not doing it. Got enough.
Well,
Go ahead.
We appreciate you, Judge. Since we are a problem-solving court, I think we solved some problems this morning, some misunderstandings.
I just solved the problem for me. Go ahead.
Yes, that's correct, Jana. I think we have solved some problems with Mr. Kirksey, or maybe a misunderstanding. We had a pretty good conversation. I think Mr. Kirksey is willing and ready to accept responsibility, stop smoking marijuana, because there's some alternatives out there that he probably can be prescribed if he goes to his primary doctor to get a physical, a full physical, I should say, yeah. It's a lot of frustration going on with Mr. Kursky about this transfer case. Is it with us or it's with the other case? But he understands we have full jurisdiction of this case, and you have the authority to rule over it in whatever capacity that you see fit. And if he continues to smoke marijuana or not be in compliance with the court orders, then he could possibly be terminated from our program and go to jail. So I think we had a great conversation this morning. He understands our expectations, and he missed. And so I think if we could give Mr. Kursky another chance to help him in this case, that'll be great, Yana. So we don't want to just we have given him plenty of opportunities, but I think it's a lot more clear. I had a great conversation with him today. So Mr. Kursky, is that right, Mr. Kursky? You understand? Unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Mute yourself, sir.
You're still muted.
So is that right, Mr. Kursky? We kind of cleared up some things for you today. Do you want to stay in our program? Do you understand our expectations for our sobriety court? Do you understand what's going on, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm not your attorney, I'm the coordinator. So, but I had an opportunity to speak with him, Judge, about this case. So, Mr. Kursky, we need you to buy into what we're doing. We're here to help you. We're not here to hurt you. We're here to assist you in any way we can, but we can assist you if you're under the influence of some type of drug or some type of narcotic, okay? We cannot assist you in that way. So you have to be totally drug and alcohol free in our program, right? You understand it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're willing to adhere to your probation order when it comes to not smoking weed, right?
Correct. Correct.
Cool. So we're going to do everything in our power to help you, but we need you to help yourself also, Mr. Kursky. So, Judge, so I'm begging that we keep Mr. Kursky, give him another chance. That's just coming from my perspective. I'm pretty sure Ms. Shannon Walker, the prosecutor, might want to take a stab at this thing too. But Ms. Kursky, you don't have many more chances now. I'm just going to let you know. So, if the judge allows you to stay in our program, please take advantage of it in a positive manner by just accepting our help, okay?
All right. Okay.
That's my rant for the day. I'm done.
And Your Honor, as a participant in that conversation, I certainly confirm and affirm what Mr. Morgan said. I think we do see that Mr. Kursky, once he understood and was told more about the transfer and about his obligations, he certainly is willing to take on those obligations and give it a great effort. So I recommend him for acceptance into the program, Judge.
Ms. Walker, was there anything you wanted to add?
Judge, I haven't been as privy as Mr. Fikens and Mr. Morgan have been with the conversations with Mr. Kursky. I'm a little unclear here. I'm a little confused, Mr. Kursky. And what I'm hoping is, and this is something I've told somebody before, and I know I'll probably hear some laughter. I'm the supervising prosecutor down here. I'm the big dog. Now you're on my radar. So you know what happens when big dogs bite, right? It hurts like heck, right? So if I have to, I will. And I have no problems every time you test positive for a substance, digging in there, getting that big bite and asking the judge to put you in jail. Do you understand that every time you use a substance, you will risk going to jail?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you are telling me, and you're telling this court, that you are willing to not use anymore if we allow you to stay in this program, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to jail.
All right, you understand that is what my intention will be. Every time someone comes in this court and tells me that you've used a substance, I will ask this judge to put you in jail. We have that understanding, right?
Okay. Yes.
Judge, it seems clear to me he understands what his expectations are. He understands what my intentions will be if he tests positive. I'll leave it in the discretion of the court.
All right. Listen, Mr. Kirksey, I'm willing to keep you in the program if you're willing to work it. We understand, and you may not understand, that cannabis, there is such a thing called cannabis addiction. And so we have an addiction specialist. So we're gonna work with you. It's not like we're gonna just, beat you up because you can't do it. We're gonna work with you, but I need your willingness to come to the table and work it. Do I have that, sir?
I got you, Your Honor. I got you.
All right. So
I got too much going on to be even entertaining the conversation about jail. I got too much going on for that, Your Honor.
I understand. And so Ms. Harris, go ahead.
Judge Holmes, not to overtalk you, man, but I totally respect your program. It was a lot of miscommunication from when I got sentenced out there to when I got here. And I'm not throwing that on anybody because I was getting thrown stones from different directions. So it was just miscommunication. But at the end of the day, Your Honor, like, it's your house. I'm just a guest. So I got to follow the rules, man.
All right. And we're going to be a very hospitable guest to you or at my house. We're going to take care of you. We're going to treat you with dignity and with respect. But listen, you've got to get it to the table and do your part. And so I have your commitment to do that. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Harris, I know Ms. Price is out today. I do need let's connect him with the addiction specialist ASAP because we want to help him work through this. We want to help him work through it and get him on track. And hopefully you're going to see yourself very soon, substance-free, and notice the difference in your quality of life and your way of thinking and how you operate and all of those things, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Hey, Your Honor,
all right.
One more question. Like,
yes.
Of course, I'm about to do everything that's told of me, but how long will it be before I can go back to my regular place where I drop my urine? Because to be honest with you, like, my wife works day shift.
All right, Ms. Harris is going to talk with you. She'll talk with you about that. You all should talk offline about that, okay? For your testing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because you've got a test. Ms. Harris, has he missed any tests?
Your Honor, he has missed some tests. He missed some tests during the time in between when he said he wanted to leave the program, and then we had that hearing where we told him that he had to test again. He did come in here and test last week. I have to check. It was Thursday or Friday.
It's okay.
Thursday, I believe.
I came Tuesday.
On Tuesday. I am going to ask you, Your Honor, can you order him to come in and test today since he hasn't tested since then? And I need to take his picture for the addiction specialist. So I need to be able to take a picture of him in order for us to send that packet over here.
All right, Mr. Kirksey, you need to come in today to test, okay? Here at 36th District Court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, before 3:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Harris, if you want to give him a time, you may do so.
I'm fine as long as he lets me know in advance when he's coming.
All right, but it's before 3:30 p.m., okay? All right, okay. Very good. And so I'm going to give Mr. Kirksey a face-to-face date of December 11th at 1:30 p.m. And then we'll go from there, Ms. Harris. But he's to come in today to test. Let's get him set up for the addiction specialist. And Mr. Kirksey, let's work your program, okay?
Okay. Hey, yes, ma'am. You say the face-to-face at 1:30 on December 11th?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
Okay. And that.
All right.
Oh, go ahead. Is that all for do I get a hearing, my next hearing date for
no, I'll give that to you next week. We'll get that next week, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Thank you. All right. I saw Miss Al Hadari on. She was scheduled to pay on today. Miss Al Hadari, are you still with us? Turn on your camera, please.
You mean Ula Al-Hadri?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, can you please place your face in the camera for me? All right. You weren't able to pay your fines and costs?
Okay, my
Actually,
English is not good, so
I'm here, her translator, interpreter, Rajdi Gabwan.
No, sir, you need to turn on a video. And are you here on behalf of the court? Are you here from the court?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, you can't be here answering me. Yeah. Are you an interpreter that was solicited by 36th District Court to interpret for Ms. Al Hadari?
No.
Okay, thank you, sir. Then you won't be able to interpret today. We'll have to reschedule her to get an interpreter, a court interpreter. Miss Drew, let's put her on the docket for Friday and let's order an interpreter. So she'll need to come back on Friday. And we'll keep her on for 10:30.
What language, Judge?
What language do you speak, Miss Al Hadari?
Arabic.
Arabic. All right. So I'll see you Friday, December 8th at 10:30 a.m. on Zoom. Come back Friday. We'll have an interpreter for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That was for case numbers SP 1501205, counts 1 and 2. All right, very good. Did you all get to work out something for Mr. Cicero?
Yes, Judge, we're ready.
Been back and forth and back. Let's figure it out. All right. Mr. Reed, Mr. Vipers, you all have to give me 1 second. I'm gonna have
Yes,
to.
Judge.
Can you mute and turn the camera off of me? All right, can the parties hear me?
Yes, Judge.
All right, let's do it. I don't want to have a break in service because I know folks are waiting. So let's do it. Are we ready on Mr. Cicero?
Yes, Judge, I'm ready on Mr. Cicero. I just don't see him on the screen at this moment.
All
He
right,
was
Mr.
on.
Cicero, I need you to get on.
I can only assume he's having technical difficulties, Judge, because he was here. We did go in the breakout room. He wants to plead guilty and accept an offer. So I don't know where he is, Judge.
All right, come on, Mr. Cicero. All right. Well, hopefully he'll get back on. Mr. Morgan was coming down to speak with Mr. Pollard. Was there something else that we had ready?
Miss Jackson, can you turn on your camera?
Does Miss Jackson have her camera on?
Miss Jackson, can you turn your camera on? don't know.
She doesn't have it on, Mr. Griffin?
No, not at this time. She still just got audio, but
Is she
she's
still
not getting
having,
video.
Mr. Griffin, what phase is she in?
She's in, I was gonna actually promote her to phase 2 today, Judge.
Okay, you've been in touch with her?
Yeah, I talked to her, checked on her, everything. Everything is good. I'm not having any issues or anything with her.
All right, and so.
Yeah, Ms. Jackson, can you unmute?
Are you able to see her?
No, I'm not able to see her.
All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Morgan has Mr. Pollard upstairs testing.
Okay, great, great. And then Ms. Drew, you should know that Kevin Brown is in warrant status. He's not eligible for a Zoom hearing. He will need to walk in.
Kevin Brown, okay.
Judge, I
So
have
take
Mr.
Kevin
Cicero.
Brown. All right.
I
You
sure
have
will.
Mr. Cicero back on.
Yes, Judge, he's back on. Unmute, Mr. Cicero.
All right. Mr.
Okay,
Reed,
I'm
I will
sorry.
need you. All right. No problem. Let's Miss Drew, can you read Mr. Cicero's cases into the record for me?
Okay. Okay. Case number 173-781391, expired plates. Count 2, no proof of insurance. Count 3, driving in the manner. He also has case number Z8053541 OWI, and he has SP 14001691, no insurance. And the last case he has is 217-171-1652, drive while license suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Cicero. Please state your full name for the record.
Dewan Cicero.
All right, Mr. Cicero, let me have you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Reed, you may proceed.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Cicero has 5 matters on the docket, 3 civil infractions and 2 misdemeanors. The city attorney indicated that if Mr. Cicero were to plead on misdemeanor driving while license suspended, they would recommend that that be amended to fail to display, and the other 4 tickets would be dismissed with a stip to probable cause. Judge, there is a Z ticket that's an OWI, but I believe that was the ticket that Mr. Cicero was on probation, and he was sentenced to a jail time on that matter. So that Z ticket is not party
Should be closed out.
of any of the plea agreement this morning.
All right, Ms. Drew, can you please make sure in the system that the Z ticket for the OWI, that it is closed? It's closed without improvement, but it should be closed.
Yes, Judge, thank you. And if I may, I'll do the factual basis on the driving while license suspended that's to be amended to failure to display, if I may.
Yes.
Mr.
You may
Cicero.
proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Cicero, we talked in the breakout room and we talked about your constitutional rights to trial by judge or jury, and you wish to waive those rights and take advantage of the offer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And no one is forcing you to take advantage of this offer and enter this plea of guilty. This is a voluntary decision on your part. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm satisfied with the waiver. May I do the factual basis, please?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Mr. Cicero, on the date and time of this citation in the city of Detroit, you were operating a motor vehicle, and when stopped by law enforcement, you were unable to produce a valid Michigan driver's license because your license was suspended. Is that correct?
This is correct.
Judge, I'm satisfied with the guilty plea. We'd ask the court to amend this ticket to failure to display, and we would stipulate the probable cause for dismissal of the 3 civil infractions and the other misdemeanor. And I'd like to address the court prior to sentencing, if I may.
Yes, I'm accepting the plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display a valid operator's license. The remaining matters will be dismissed upon payment of fines and costs for the charge wherein I have accepted Mr. Cicero's plea. Mr.
Yes.
Reed,
Judge,
what do you want to tell me before sentencing?
Yes, Judge. The court is familiar with Mr. Cicero. I'm familiar with Mr. Cicero. He's been part of our lives for almost 2 years. He did serve over 50 days in the Wayne County Jail. I would ask the court to consider credit for time served, or in the alternative, a nominal fine in this case. As I indicated.
Mr. Reed, I have a question for you. When he was in our specialty court, did he pay all of his fines and costs?
I don't know the answer to that question, Judge.
Let's have Miss Drew look it up. Miss Drew, look up the Z ticket for the OWI and see if he paid all of his fines and costs.
I didn't that looked up part.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cicero, I didn't hear you.
We can save the looking up part. I didn't pay anything. So
okay, no, then I can't give you nominal. You've got a lot of tickets. We're gonna help you out, but you're gonna have to put some skin in the game, okay?
Okay, I'm fine with that one. That's true.
All right. I want to know what his balance was on his specialty court.
Okay, Your Honor, that balance is, let's see, $1,020.
And he didn't pay any of it?
I thought
he paid, let me see what he paid. He paid $165.
Oh no, Mr. Cicero, that's not gonna work. That's really not gonna work. And so, Mr. Reed, the best I can do for your client, since I've closed it, I won't make him go back and pay that $1,000. But what I am going to do is I'm assessing fines and costs on this particular matter. The cost will be $225, and the fine is going to be $200. And I'll give him time to pay it. Otherwise, he will not get those dismissals. Mr. Cicero, how much time do you need to get it paid? Yes. How much time do you need to get it paid?
2 weeks to be specific. I'm just giving my phone bills and things in order around me. So next Wednesday, I'll have something together.
Will you have to, no, you need to be able to pay it in full.
The whole 400?
The whole whatever it is, 425.
Mr. Cicero, be honest with yourself. This is the holidays. The judge asked you how much time you needed. I heard you say 2 weeks, but remember, this is the holidays coming up. So be honest with yourself, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm still kind of just catching up with everything after being locked up for those 50 days. So it's fair, but I needed just a little more time, maybe a month.
All right. So let's do this. Why don't I schedule Ms. Drew for the matter that he's pled guilty to, that I've assessed the fines and costs on? Let's schedule that as an adjourn to pay. And that adjourn to pay date will be February 5th, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. The remaining cases that are scheduled for dismissal, let's put those on for a review on that same date at that same time. So as long as you get it paid before February the 5th, you don't have to come back on the 5th. We're going to close out the matter you pled guilty to, and I'm going to dismiss the remaining matters. If you don't get it paid for, Mr. Cicero, you have to come back on February 5th. Otherwise, I'm going to reverse everything, and you're going to be right back where you started. Okay?
Got you. Understood.
All right. So I'm giving you plenty of time. And Mr. Reed has gotten a really good deal for you. So please take advantage of it, okay?
Absolutely. That's why I called back when my phone died.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Cicero.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a safe holiday. Thank you, sir.
You guys too.
And thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you all for looking out for him.
Yes,
all right. Where is Joseph Armstrong? Miss Drew, can you look up that 1030 matter for Joseph Armstrong and tell me what's going on? What was he supposed to do for today?
Okay, Joseph Armstrong paid in full. He was supposed to make a payment, and he did.
And was it for the matter that's on the docket? Is that the one he paid in full?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. Let me see. Yes, it is. It was $300 paid in full.
All right. Is it a delayed sentence or is it just for closure?
Let me check, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am. Delayed sentence.
All right. Very good. Miss Drew, can you call it for me?
Okay. Okay, calling case number SP 1377-6291. Defendant is being charged with illegal dumping.
All right, and that's for Joseph Armstrong. Mr. Armstrong has followed the court's orders. This matter is pursuant to a delayed sentence. Therefore, that matter is going to be dismissed without prejudice. Thank you so much, Ms. Drew. And then I have for Portia Goldsmith. Can you call Ms. Goldsmith's case?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Calling case number 210-565-4501. The defendant is charged with OWI and drove while license suspended and security failed.
All right, thank you. She had a face-to-face on today. And so I will see Ms. Goldsmith on December the 11th, 2023. And I will put her on for 8:45 a.m.
Okay.
All right. Let's see, do we have any other matters that I have not called other than Ms. Jackson?
Mr. King. Okay, Your Honor, they said they're ready on Mr. King.
Okay, all right.
Judge,
What's going on with Miss Jackson?
Can I do a adjournment until Thursday? I'll probably have to have her come in person if she can't get her
device together.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you tell her you recommended her for a promotion to get herself together.
Yeah, that's what I told her. Yep. Yep. So if I can adjourn to Thursday, that would be great. Thanks, Judge.
All right. I'm going to grant that request. Read her case number into the record for me.
Judge, that's case U88788812, Charlotte Jackson.
All right. I'm going to adjourn it to Thursday. Thursday is the 7th, I believe, of December, 2023. And I'll adjourn it. Mr. Griffin, I'll put her on for 8:45 a.m. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
All right. No problem. Does that take care of everything for the specialty court docket other than Mr. Pollard? Today's specialty court docket. Let me say that. Other than Mr. Pollard.
Yes,
all right.
Your Honor. Mr. King.
Okay. Let's go to Mr. King. I need someone to read his case number into the record, please.
Okay. Mr. Calling case number 210.
Oh, I need a prosecutor for Mr. King. I need a prosecutor.
I'm here, Judge.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. All right, go right ahead, Miss Drew.
Okay. Calvin King, case number 210-454-1701. And that is for domestic violence.
All right, thank you for the people.
Shannon Walker on behalf of the people, P53794.
And then Mr. King, state your name. Thank you. And then Mr.
I'm here, Your Honor. Attorney Jessica Warfield, P85391 on behalf of Mr. King.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Ms. Warfield. And then let me have Mr. Page place his appearance on the record as well.
Yes, Your Honor, James Page, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you. Mr. Page, tell me why Mr. King is in my courtroom in the box.
Mr. King is in your courtroom due to missing well, he didn't miss, I'm sorry. He actually tested positive on the 20th of November and the 25th for alcohol.
All right. And so, Mr. Page, you have had some conversation with Mr. King and he's not contesting those test results. Is that correct?
He is not contesting. He did admit to usage. If you want, I can explain why he said he used, but I can also let him explain.
Okay, I saw your note. Let me hear from Ms. Warfield as to Mr. King.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
then
I did
I
have
am
an
going to hear from
opportunity.
Mr. King.
I did have an opportunity to speak with Mr. King. Your Honor is correct. He is not contesting the results as he is admitting usage without putting, everything on the record of what happened. Mr. King went through a hard time, experienced some adversity, and did not use the correct coping skills and resources. He blatantly admitted to that. We have already aligned Mr. King with Ms. Price. She actually logged on and spoke with him earlier, although she is off, and she is aware of what's going on, and she's going to make therapeutic adjustments for Mr. King. But I would like to place on the record that Mr. King, again, is not denying usage and is asking for help in regards to how to cope when he is facing the type of adversity that he faced when these instances occurred.
Now, isn't Mr. King at Lake Ridge?
That is correct, Your Honor. And technically he has completed. And that's another thing that Ms. Price is going to work on as well in regards to getting him more services or, figuring out what more we can do for him there as well.
Okay. And my point for asking about him being at Lake Ridge is because he's got a plethora of resources around him to help him when he's dealing with crisis. And so why didn't he tap in to some of those resources? Mr. King,
would you like me to
maybe
answer
that's
that,
a
or was
question
that
for
for Mr.
you.
King?
I can't hear you, Miss
I was asking, was that a
Warfield.
question for Mr. King or
It might be
myself,
on my
Your Honor?
end. Give me a second. Let me fix things on my end. Miss Warfield, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Your Honor. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. I was just asking, was that a question for myself or Mr. King?
I was saying, I think it's a better question for Mr. King.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Of course, I don't want to say anything to make language look bad or sound bad or anything, but I do have a plethora of resources. I did reach out and everything, but I am in the transition of yet another counselor, another case manager. This is about the 8th time, so it's kind of like up in the air to where, as far as where I can go, who's there, and everything like that. But I don't want to make it sound like it's Laker's fault, because it's not. It is my fault to where I used a different, the wrong coping skill. I do have a plethora of resources, but at the time of me relapsing and everything, I really didn't know where to go.
Right.
If that made any sense. I don't know who to go to because it's
Listen, Mr. King. Mr. King, the fact that you were honest about picking up is the reason that you're not going to physically go to the jail on today. But we need to make sure Mr. Page, and I know Ms. Price is out today, that he is aligned with the appropriate resources, the recovery coach, whatever he needs to be aligned with. He's been with us for a while. And so I want us to make sure he's getting the right kind of help. Ms. Walker, I don't know what your recommendation is, but Mr. Page indicated that he was recommending 2 days of jail held in abeyance. And so I want him to get some help. I know Ms. Price isn't here today, but I do want him to get some help. But we need to make sure he's aligned with the appropriate resources.
Yes, Judge, I agree with that. I know they're talking about a therapeutic adjustment, and Mr. King, your honesty is the only reason why I agree that I'm not asking to put you in jail today. Honesty goes a big way. We understand relapsing. We don't understand dishonesty. So the fact that you were honest today means a lot. I would agree with Mr. Page's recommendation that we give Mr. King a chance with this therapeutic adjustment and we hold 2 days in advance.
All right. Ms. Warfield, any objection to that?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, then that's what I'm going to do. Mr. Page, for purposes of today, let's make sure, I know Ms. Price is out. So let's make sure that on today, you notify the folks at Lake Ridge of what we're doing, that we want him to get a reassessment and make sure he has the right recovery services. He's got the right recovery resources to help him. Because in a minute, I'm going to lose jurisdiction of Mr. King. And we want to make sure that we've equipped him to win once he gets out there outside of the court's jurisdiction. And Mr. King, I believe you can. And I hope that you still believe you can.
I appreciate that. I still do.
All right. That's what I want to know. I've seen you thriving, Mr. King. I'm not going to ever let go of that image of you that I saw you working and happy and proud of yourself and doing what you're supposed to do. I'm never letting go of that image, and I'm going to remind you of it every time I can, okay?
Okay, can I say something, please?
You can, but I need you to speak. Hold on, Mr. King. I need you to speak right in that mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
I can. Go right ahead.
Okay, so that was just one day that you see me. I was proud that day, but that's a part of my fabric. I vacuumed a big sanctuary. I helped out with Thanksgiving, and I helped out with my fellow clients there. And I try to help as much as I can, and I really want everybody to see that. I am walking a nice path. I do have coping skills and everything. I appreciate this program because if I didn't appreciate it and if I didn't change, I would have been in here drunk today. And that's honesty too. I would have drunk. I wouldn't have cared. But I have changed and everything. And I'm just putting my best foot forward. And I want to move on to the next phase of my life. I want to work, I want to go to school, and I want to continue to do good in the community because I'm very intertwined once again with the church, the clients, and even outside of there. I just
All
need
right,
to show.
And listen, again, I'm not giving up. So I do want, are you working other than with the church? Are you working?
I'm not, but it's the ball is rolling. It's initiated to where I'm going to go to Detroit and work with pre-carpentry apprenticeship. I'm sorry, my mouth kind of dropped.
All right, I need Mr. Page. All right, Mr. Page, I need you to follow up on that because it sounds like he's saying to me, what I'm hearing is that, you know, when he doesn't have purpose and things to get up and goals for the day, that may tend to lead him to do something different. And so I want to make sure that we're equipping him for life after the program. So, which means he needs to have stable employment, the ability to budget his money and pay his bills and all that good stuff so that he can sustain this new life and this new way of thinking that he has. How does that sound to you, Mr. King?
Oh, that sounds amazing. That's what I wanted to hear.
All right, very good. So let's do that. That's going to be our goal. So Mr. Page, you'll keep me updated about his progress with work. I hope he does get into that Detroit Works program. I think that that's a good start for him. And so let's keep going, Mr. King. You can do this. And when you hit a bump in the road, we'll talk with Ms. Price about reaching out to your resources so you don't have to go backwards, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, very good. I'm going to give him a face-to-face with you, Mr. Price, on December 11th, 2023. And that's going to be at 1:30 because I want to hear about his progress, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Not Mr. Price, that's Mr. Page. I'm sorry. All these fees. All right.
Anything else for my consideration?
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
All right.
Can I
Nothing
confirm
from
that
the
date one more
people.
time? You said December 12th.
I'm sorry, he's on a Wednesday. He should have a
Right.
face-to-face on that Wednesday. What's the 11th? 12th, the 13th. That would be the 13th. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right, you all. Very good. Thank you all for your patience. Thank you, Mr. King. Mr. Price, Mr. Page. Let Mr. King know when he is free to leave. I don't have a reason to keep him today. But get him on track with the things you need to get on track with, and then you can release him as long as you've gotten test results back.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Pollard is going to be a review. Mr. Samad J. Morgan can let me know what's going on with that, okay? And then we have staffing today at 1:30.
Yes, Judge.
Okay?
Yes,
All right.
Judge.
Yes, Judge.
Let's keep the system up for a few minutes to see if Mr. Morgan has something he needs to put on the record for Mr. Pollard, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, Judge.
Just for a few minutes.
One more minute, we're off.
Are we good to go?
Yeah, I was gonna wait one more minute.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ms. Wilson, for the update. We love you.
I missed the update, Mr. Reed.
You have to stay until 4 o'clock, Mr. Fikens.
Well, I knew that, but what was a better update? I wanted the better update, not the worst update.
A couple more minutes, Mr. Fikens.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.